All right. Well, anyways, I'm not going to play all that music because all I hear is typing. Brandon, who's in here again with his mic wide open. Hi, Brandon.
Yeah, babe. What's going
Yeah,
on, man?
I got to tell you,
So,
man, I love your new mic and I'm happy to get it for you and all that. But you got to turn your mic off when you're not talking. You've got to have either a hard mute or a soft mute because all we hear is mic noises.
yeah, man. I tried, but okay.
Awesome. We'll figure it out for you, buddy. But anyways, welcome to Rum and Coke night. This is a very special edition of Rum and Coke night. This is not like a normal Rum and Coke night. First of all, I am drinking rum. Actually, I'm drinking a spice rum and dark rum tonight, which is unusual because usually I don't even have rum on Rum and Coke nights. But we do have a special night tonight. We got Brandon in here. We got let's see, God's Auditor on here. We've got I don't even know who else we got in here, but we actually have a special guest, Laura without an A. So Laura.
Yep, that's me.
And I just got introduced to her just the other day from Without Any Crystal Balls, who's the commentary account for Katie Poulsen here. And there was a huge backstory of this. And so I invited her on tonight to come and talk about it. Her daughter is somebody on Instagram, which I do not have. She has like 1 million followers on Instagram. But she was somebody who was a victim of cyberbullying and victimization. And Katie got involved in this story like she usually does. She tries to get involved in these types of stories and try to use it for her own building up of her base, which in a way I kind of understand. I do kind of get that. I don't punch up. I'm more interested in the discussions, but we're going to be seeing a lot of Katie's wanting to do that in the future. So anyways, I brought her on to kind of maybe give us a backstory of her story with Katie. I want to clarify from the beginning that this is entertainment. I am doing a fair use for her video. This is not bullying by any stretch of imagination. I wish Katie would change her ways. I wish she would stop making false allegations with people. I wish she would stop trying to get involved in these types of stories where she doesn't get all the facts, which is basically every time she gets involved in these types of stories. She was involved in the Gypsy Rose story, which I'm now involved with. I've talked to Gypsy Rose's stepmom. I've talked to the person who dated the boyfriend, Dawn. I've had a lot of people contact me on that story. Still have to resolve that. But I'm only interested in the facts, and unfortunately, Katie does not have facts. Katie does not get things right, and she apologized to me and then took it back by deleting her video. I put it up on my channel, other channel, the alt channel, the Great Debate Community channel, and she struck it. She copyright struck it, which, by the way, she has every right to do. No offense. I mean, I won't even fight it. I can't fight it. It's not fair use. This will be fair use because I will be having commentary with you guys on it as we go through her video. Hopefully that you'll be able to hear it and see it and everything. So let's start with that. First, before we actually get to you, Laura, can I get an audio check from the outside? Hi, everybody. Make sure everybody can hear me because I should have asked that from the beginning because if not, I've just rambled for 3 minutes and nobody heard me. So, hi.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear her as well? Okay, sounds great. So I guess they can hear you. So anyways, introduce yourself and maybe give us your backstory on how Katie got involved with you and your daughter, if you may.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, look, I don't know her. It's not a huge involvement. Lily Jean started getting bullied at 16 online by Redditors. She was a minor, and they followed her and me from platform to platform, saying horrendous things. It got to the point where they stole pictures off her media website and they bloodied them and they gouged her eyeballs out. And I tried to get Reddit to take their forums down, and I even begged the moderators who told me to go F off, which is horrid. I begged Serena Williams on Twitter since she was a new mommy. I figured maybe she'd understand. Of course, she didn't answer me. The end of the story was IMGUR finally took those photos down because they're horrid. She's a minor, and they stole the photos, and we could prove it. And then it stopped. Yay. 2019, June 2019, one of Lily's fans, now Lily's at 1 million, one of Lily's fans sends her a Reddit post saying she has fake followers. Well, why is Lily Jean a story again all of a sudden? I mean, she doesn't go into Reddit. She doesn't interact with them. She's just doing her videos. She's rebuilding a YouTube. She's not bugging anybody. Well, all these women in, it's called Beauty Guru Chat, decided Lily Jean is a terrible makeup artist which she never said she's a makeup artist. She's a young woman who has lots of interests, and makeup happens to be one of them, and she's good at it. They decided she doesn't deserve PR, and they do. So it actually started out as jealousy. And Lily gets a lot of PR, but remember something, Lily is giving free advertising at 1 million followers to all of these advertisers and not getting paid for it. She goes to events. She doesn't get paid for it. Okay. But these people still feel that she's scamming. I'm scamming. I'm a bad mom. I'm a momager. I'm hard. Lily's hard. I mean, this just went on and on and on and perpetuated to the point that there are, hundreds of Reddit forums on her since June 2019. Then this carries over to some guy named Joshua Connor Moon, who is a cyber criminal. He owns a site that everybody should know about. This is very important. It's called LOL Cows and Kiwi Farms. 3 women have killed themselves because of these sites, because they were emotionally so distressed they couldn't take the harassment. They even had a party after they killed themselves. That's how horrible these people are. There are thousands of them on the site. They're like 8chan. They're horrid. I called the police. I called the FBI. I have reports on him. He harbored the New Zealand shooter and told New Zealand to go screw off when they asked him for help on getting crap on this guy because he's a smartass. His mother is a felon. His grandmother, has a record. I mean, this goes very deep in his family. He's a neo-Nazi. His people that are on the site dox people. I've never heard of this before this site, but apparently doxing is you get people's personal information and you put it up. Well, my sister was murdered in 1995. Okay, they decided it's extremely funny that my sister at 31 was shot in the face by her husband, who got away with it.
Jeez.
Okay. And they had themselves a great time making fun of her on that. They made fun of Lily. If you Google it, you will see her, you will see me, hundreds of threads. Personally, I think Josh just got the hots for my daughter. I got to tell you, he's obsessive and it's weird. And I almost think it's like the little boy sticking, somebody's hair into the inkwell. As nuts as that sounds.
No, it actually isn't. But let me ask you a few questions. And Brandon, but again, your mic is hot. Yeah, I can hear every mic noise. So please, can you just
bitch?
Yeah, can you please turn it off? Okay, so a lot of things that we could talk about, and we will be talking about cyberbullying at some point because we've all experienced it, and I mentioned this to you earlier. Being on the internet, being a public figure, you expose yourself to trolls. We know who Lol's Cows are. We know who Kiwi Farms are. 4chan, 8chan. By the way, you're probably around my age, I'm guessing.
I'm 52.
All right, so you're around my age.
You're 42?
No, I'm 48. I'm 48. 49. I'm sorry, I took off a year. I'm 49.
I could be your oldest sister.
Yay! So. It's a lot of people that haven't been around the internet when they're not a public person. They don't understand how vile things can be, right? They see a lot of things that they go out there and it shocks their mind. They go, how is this possible? How is these people able to do this? Because there are reprehensible people out there that like to cyberbully. And this is what they do. They want to get a rise of everybody, especially something like yourself who's probably not around social media that much and familiarized themselves with social media that much. When they get a rise out of you, that's what they get off on. That's what they enjoy. And there's tools to deal with that. Okay. A lot of us have had videos on cyberbullying and how to kind of not be concerned too much about it. I have somebody in like our live chat right now. He's got like 250,000 subs or something like that. He's been, I wouldn't say bullied, but he gets a lot of shit. Rags, you know what I'm talking about. So when you are a person out there and you're putting yourself out there with your own opinions, own ideas, and you're being successful, there will be people after you. It's happened all the time. Look at Miranda. She got popular off YouTube, and all of a sudden, people started hating on her. Right? I don't know how it works on Instagram, like I said, because I do not follow Instagram, but I do know how it works on YouTube, and I've seen it happen multiple times. People get some popularity, and people want a piece of that. They want to ride the coattails on somebody else's work. And one of the way to do that is to make themselves noticed by being a troll.
Yeah.
right? And you have to realize that you cannot insulate yourself from them completely. It's just not possible. But there's steps you can do to try to deal with it. This is why it leads me to Katie. People are asking, like, how is Katie involved in all this? Because Katie gets involved in these situations, and I don't think it is to help. I believe everything Katie does is for her own, self-interest. I think it's for her own narcissistic personality. But how did Katie get involved with you and try to help you on this, by the way?
Well, okay. She originally she didn't try to help me. I think I sent you, Steve, the screenshots, right? Yeah, you saw it.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. It didn't start out very nice at all. In fact, I was very alarmed because Lily has been through enough, and she's an amazing girl. And like I said, she don't bug anybody, and we have lost friends thanks to these people. They've tarnished an 18-year-old's reputation, and that's like screwing somebody's credit up before they've even started. The other day, I saw her tweet something, which I sent to you, which said she's doing an expose and she's been following our story for months. And I was like, who the heck is she? And then I looked and I was like, oh, she's a writer for this, place. I forgot what it
Pathos.
Yeah, Pathos.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out she's not. And she's going on and on about how I'm terrible and blah, blah, blah. And then somehow your friend got involved and your name got involved, and all of a sudden it got turned around, and everything was fine. I mean, she said, I'm not doing this anymore. And she emailed me very nice. I'm not going to trash her because this is the truth. I take everything with a grain of salt. She emailed me and just said, I don't want to do this. I wish your family well. That's the end of it. Now, you guys tell me that is not the end of it. And if that's not the end of it, then we've got a problem.
Yeah, okay. Definitely not the end of it. She's got a lot of backstory, and by the way, your recounting is pretty correct from what I understand as well. One of her commentary accounts, without any crystal balls, is a person that is on the internet, especially on Twitter, that has been basically consolidating all of Katie's foibles, including her misinformation, the facts that she doesn't get her information to be correct, doesn't fact check at all, and so she had tagged me because it seemed that I guess Katie was going at didn't she start off at, like, you guys are scammers or something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very annoyed about this. That first of all, I don't understand why all these people think their hashtag is scam with my corporation, which very much annoys me. And I also want to say they put up my personal bankruptcy papers, which, by the way, I'm not ashamed to say because my husband.
I've got an echo. Who's got the echo?
The echo going on. My husband had spinal fusion surgery, and medical didn't pay for all of it. He couldn't walk. So I don't give a shit if I have to go bankrupt to ensure that my husband can walk. And they doxed us by putting these papers up, and I'm not ashamed of them. It's like a badge to me. Thank God the United States of America allows me to start fresh and be able to take care of them at the same time. Then they came up with this twisted story that I'm doxing people. I can assure you, Steve, I have screenshots from the beginning of this, and I have never done anything except appropriately ask people to stop.
Yeah,
did I get heated at one point? I told them to fuck off. Why not?
Real quick, for the live chat, this is not Katie talking right now. I haven't started Katie's video yet. Check from the beginning because people join us later on. This is not Katie's video. This is not Katie talking. This is actually somebody's mom who was approached by Katie in order to do a story on them. But it started off very negatively. Katie uses the approach of, hey, I'm going to accuse you of a bunch of shit and then go from there, right? She starts with the conclusions rather than the facts. She doesn't even bother to ever want to know the facts on situations because, as we know, when she was involved with the Non Sequitur show, how many people tried to approach her and said, hey, here's the information. These were people like in the meeting that you're talking about that you're saying things are completely wrong. And what'd she do? She ended up blocking all of them, right? She didn't want to hear the truth. And so Laura here was somebody that she approached to do a story on, even though she was trying to say they were scammers. And Laura, let me try to tell you this. The word scam is thrown out there just like words like grifter or transphobe or bigot or Nazi. It is simply to get a rise out of you. That is it. Most people know that when these words are thrown around, that's all they're used for anymore. They're weapons, okay? People that are actually Nazis, people that are actually transphobic, people who are actually bigots, people who are actually are scamming, people know these types. Trust me, they know. The internet's not full of as stupid people as no. I know it appears to be, because I just got done talking to somebody who was trying to relate the number 33 to flat Earth. So yes, there are stupid people, but they're not the majority. Or at least I hope to God they're not the majority. But you have to be able to look at these people and say, look, they're calling me all these things. They're saying they're scammers, saying this. Take it with a grain of salt, and you know the best revenge is success.
But the problem is that what they did to us was some of the brands got very annoyed and have pulled back. And that's a problem because, Lily's a content creator, and, not having the material to do the content because these people have frightened off even indie brands is a problem.
That's a problem.
They went on our follower lists. Lily has a lot of fans, and they scared her fans. They wrote, horrible things about her and I, and told people not to, comment anymore, and all this stuff. We have the screenshots, and some of Lily's fans were like, oh, just block me. I don't want to come on anymore. And I don't really think that's fair for somebody 18. I think it's an ignoramus sort of step. I've never seen, I got to be honest, adults do this.
I wish we could say the same. this is where we live at. This is daily for us. This is like, no, I mean, you laugh, and in a way it is kind of funny, and you have to kind of have a sense of humor in it all. But we live in a perpetual state of people trying to troll me, my friends, other people, other content creators. It is how it is on the internet, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so there are, like I said, I've come up with ways of how to deal with trolls. One of the best ways is just to not engage with them personally. However, you make a very good point. Your daughter has these people that want to use her for recommendations for their product and spokespersons, all this, and I get that. That is a wonderful thing. And I think what will happen is the ones that don't want to get involved, they're not the ones you should be interested in. The ones that do want to get involved and the ones that want to stand up for cyberbullying, I think that is the best way to go, because there are companies out there that will fight against that. I'm certain of it. You just have to find the right fit, right?
Well, the thing is that we do have a lot of well-known brands that have stayed with us because they're big and they don't give a shit. But, some brands who said they would stay with us turned on us. And that really hurt Lily, because remember something, she's 18. Okay, she's not 52. And, it's not that Lily lives in a world that's like, she don't, like, princess world. She knows there's shitty things that happen, but she didn't do anything wrong, and nobody's listening to her side of the story. They've decided Lily's a villain. And it's so horrible because, well, Steve, you watched the 2 videos. Mm-hmm. She showed the receipts. I mean, how much more shit do you need to show somebody? And then calling me crazy and idiotic and all this stuff, that don't bother me, man. Okay, I've been through too much shit in my life. That but I do care when you start picking on somebody that never bugged you, and she doesn't deserve it. Me?
I agree.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
you know what? We did an interview for BuzzFeed, and that reporter totally didn't use anything we gave her, including screenshots. She interviewed fake accounts.
Yeah. Well, BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed.
Yeah, BuzzFeed. It's BuzzFeed, right? Yeah, exactly. Auditor, you want to touch on that real quick?
I honestly have no idea what's going on. I showed up to drink, man, but
yeah,
I'm just sitting here listening.
I told you, this is a weird Rum and Coke night. Bear with us. I'm drinking tonight, and we were playing Katie's video here shortly, and we're gonna have fun. But I think this is important because Katie got her hooks into this story, and only turned it around actually after my name was mentioned, right?
Yes.
And it was because Katie knows that if I get involved in this shit, I'm tenacious, and I know her backstory, and I know the shit that she's done. I'm in a lot of groups now that have been exposing her, including, again, the commentary account, which has done a brilliant job at record keeping on this stuff. And Katie doesn't want her audience to know about this stuff. It's simple as that, right? Simple as that. So, again, your daughter, by the way, watch her daughter's video in the video description. It's on Cyberbullying. It only has about 4,000 views, and it should have a hell of a lot more than that. But watch it, and her daughter makes a very good point that she asked herself, by making these videos and by calling these people out, are we being bullying? And she says, well, if we are, so what? And I agree and I disagree. I don't think she's bullying at all. I think there are times to call people out, and sometimes very harshly. Yeah. That's not bullying, because you are holding people accountable for what they do and what they say. And Katie has a history of doing these types of things. Just a history of them. I call that out. That's not bullying. And when we go over her video, this is all fair use. And if she wants to come after me and tries to strike this video, she'll get a counter file, and then I will sue. She can take me to court on it, because I actually have a real lawyer that she knows. I couldn't counter file the other one that she struck on the other channel, which I knew she would. And the one of the reasons I left it up there was to see if she would actually strike it. I wanted to know if her apology was legit. It's not, because I had a ceasefire with her, and I was like, if you apologize to me, I will take you off my radar. Well, guess what? Bad mistake for her. She should have. She doesn't want to be on my radar, I assure you. Okay.
No.
Yeah. So bad mistake on her part. And if she would have just left the apology up on her channel or let me have it on my other channel, this would have never been happening. But I'm engaged now. So on this. So that's the story on that, guys.
Well, I just want to say, Steve, Lily has 2 videos. One is I Am Lily Jean when this first hit. And she shows the receipts to explain about the followers. She explains about the algorithm. I mean, I think you saw it.
I know of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. The only full video I watched was the one on cyberbullying.
Okay, but
which was really
you know
good.
what? People
I know the other one.
There's 2 videos. The first one, she shows proof of everything, just so that everybody is comfortable and understands what is going on. And yet still they called her a liar.
But here's the thing. They don't care. Look at the people that call them a liar. They don't care. I've shown receipts. I've shown when I had the lawsuit started, I showed so much stuff that was unreal. I was transparent as complete. And 95% or more, I would say, we use that number, but it's a running joke. But it really was about 99%. They all came over to my channel and they realized I was telling the truth. But there was that handful of people, that dozen or less people, maybe it was even 5 or 6. That just no matter what happens, they're not going to change their minds. Who gives a shit about those people? Who gives a shit about the people that look at the evidence and go, you know what, I just don't care. Those are not the people you should give a crap about. Focus on the people that look at the evidence, that are willing to evaluate it, and those are the ones that remember I mentioned to you earlier about having a core group. That is your core group. Don't worry about the other people. Yeah, look at Brandon here. Brandon I've known for quite some time. He's one of my core followers. I helped him out. He's been a very big supporter of my channel. When other people just kind of pushed him to the side, right?
And I fixed my audio.
Yes, it's much better.
Yay!
But people didn't give him the benefit of the doubt. They pushed him to the side, and I just don't do that to people.
Why did they push him to the side? I don't understand.
It's complicated. It's because I'm disabled. I think
that's horrible.
He says I mean, I know about his history, but I mean, obviously, it's people have this weird aversion to people with disabilities sometimes, and instead of embracing them, it's vile. I know, but welcome to the internet.
And quite frankly, I got to tell you, Steve, and I don't give a shit. They say that I make fun of mental illness. No, I don't. Okay, I call a spade a spade. Okay, anybody who makes fun of Brandon has a mental illness.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. Look, I say all the time, flippers have a mental illness, right? I think that flat Earth at this point, you have to have something wrong upstairs, but that's not mocking people with mental illness, right? I mean, we are very conscious of that. What's that?
Yet they say I am. They say, "Oh, I can't say that," but they can.
But don't worry. But don't take it personally. All they're trying to do is get a rise out of you. Do not take it personally. Let them say what they want. Let them call you anything they want. I have been called every name in the book. Most people that have popular channels have been called every name in the book. We're Nazis. We're transphobes. We're bigots. We're haters. And yet we're I'm a race apologist. I had my co-host is a gender gender traitor. I mean, like what? It's like, are you kidding me? So all they want to do is get a rise out of you. People that know the truth, they don't give a shit. Use it to your advantage. Use it to your advantage. That's my
thing. Here's again the thing that really is the worrisome part. It's a little bit different situation than most people because Lily's a content creator. So contacting all the brands she uses hurts her image.
Yes, that's true.
The issue is for us.
Gender traitor. Sorry, not traitor. Gender traitor. She's a traitor to her own gender. Cheshire.
Exactly.
Engenders.
Yeah.
Like they turned around. I don't know where they got this from, but they started calling her a racist and telling all these brands she's a racist
Again,
and homophobic.
that-
Well, right there, brands started going, "Oh, we don't want to get all these, emails."
Laura, listen to me. This is what they do, though. This is what I'm telling you. These words have lost their sting because people have thrown them around to use as weapons. Okay.
Yeah.
So first you have to recognize, and I hope this gets to your daughter, don't let these words affect you because they're meaningless coming from these people. They hold no power. But you're right. Other people, they hear these words, these buzzwords, and go, "Oh my goodness, I don't want to be around a racist. I don't want to be around a bigot." I had this happen to me. Some people that actually were my friends would be like, "Oh, this person calls Steve a transphobe. I don't want to be around him." And then yet everybody else who's my friends go, "Well, fuck, that's not Steve. That's ridiculous." I have a co-host who's trans. I love the fact that people are able to actually come out and be who they are. I left the LDS church because of gender issues, right? And people about the whole gay marriage thing. So when they come after me, the people that know me, they don't give a shit. They don't care. They shouldn't care. You shouldn't care.
Well,
That's the first step.
Again, unfortunately, first, like when you Google Lily's name right now, you see LOL cows coming up first. You see the Kiwi Farms.
Right.
You see the Reddit coming up. That's not what should be coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. Her IMDb should be coming up. Positive things should be coming up. But instead, they just continually talk to her and they, it's a barrage of stuff. So, of course, she becomes tainted to the brands.
Right.
And that is where they're hurting her. And I don't give a shit why they're doing it. I need them to stop. Okay?
All right. And then
they don't get that.
So, and by the way, I am on board with you 1,000% on that. The question is twofold. One, how do you make that stop? And two, how do you fight back?
Yeah.
So we are going to have
ignoring them doesn't work.
Yeah, in your case, you're right. No,
when you're a content creator, they literally 24/7 follow her the fuck around. It's unbelievable.
No, I do believe it. We've lived it. But
yeah.
So what I think we're going to do is, if my audience doesn't mind, let's have when Lily is available, you're available. We'll have an actual hangout on cyberbullying, and we'll invite a bunch of people that I know that are very, very educated and intelligent people. And let's actually come up with what we think we can do to help people that are being cyberbullied. I would love to get on that bandwagon. I know, like I said, I know very influential people that probably would be very interested in this, or very educated people.
Do you think cyberbullying's not a thing?
Who said
that?
Wait, what?
I swear to God, we've of course reported so many comments, but so many of them go, "Oh, cyberbullying's not a thing."
Oh, it's very much a thing. Oh, it's very much a thing.
Oh, that shit exists.
Oh, it's not just exists. It's
law. You can't cyberbully somebody.
Sure they can.
I mean, they're so insane about it.
Yeah, no, cyberbullying is not just something that exists; it's pervasive.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's actually we'll table that for now, and then we'll have a separate hangout on that together.
Yeah.
But anyways, I wanted to get into why Katie, like I said, she dug into this story with you guys, because this is weird. Can I ask you this? Why did she jump on the bandwagon thinking that I'm gonna run a story on the Lulzcal and the Kiwi Farms about you and your daughter being these people that obviously I don't think that you are. I mean, from talking to you just from the day and the other day, I would be arguing the way you're arguing. You sound like the way I would sound if I was in the right. So this is my thing for the ring of truth that I call it. So when I hear people have a ring of truth, I'm a little more inclined to listen to them more than complete bullshit artists like I had to deal with on the last episode that I was on an hour ago on the Fight to Flat Earth. You saw that guy. No ring of truth there, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I
watch that.
Oh my God, it was bizarre. But but I think that there's something that does require a whole different hangout. That's something that's a lot more serious than our Rum and Coke nights, because Rum and Coke nights supposed to be fun, enjoying, just a bunch of people that are coming together and have shit talk. Not really shit talk, but just have fun. But I do think that I really do want to get into this video with Katie. But again, why did Katie come at you from that angle? Why didn't she say, "Hey, you know what? I really do want to get your guys' side of the story. I really do want to know why these people are after you and why they're calling you scaremongers." Because I don't think she came at you from that approach.
No, she didn't. I've never even met her, and it just caught my eye actually, because she started talking to fake accounts and tagging me.
No.
So that here I am looking at this, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I even said that to her. What the hell are you doing? Who are you? And then I said to her, you're a journalist, and this is how you come at me? And she went on and on. I mean, you saw the tweet.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why. Well, this is what I'm grateful for.
You've seen the evidence. It's not like I'm making.
Oh,
it up.
firsthand. No, you're absolutely right. And this is why I'm glad that her commentary account without any crystal balls came to me on it, because you're exactly right. And Katie actually hates the term journalist. It's weird because she says she's a investigative reporter, which actually is the same thing as an investigative journalist. They mean the same thing, Katie. But she doesn't like the term journalist, and I can see why, because she doesn't have any education in journalism. She doesn't understand half the terms used. She doesn't understand due diligence. She doesn't understand source checking. Her idea of checking a source is, oh, I heard of, this person. Now, I think we all do that to some degree, but at least we admit that. We say, look, I have no way to validate this. This is what I'm going off of. But she doesn't do that. She takes it as fucking gospel. She takes it as, oh, this is what happened. You read the tweets that I sent you. She was like, hey guys, it's all over. It's this, it's that. There was this. Steve committed fraud. She didn't care about the truth because all she's looking for is a narrative to support whatever victimization complex she has. And I will be happy to point that out to anybody who wants to listen.
Right.
So, anyways, you guys, it's time to speak, and then we're getting into the video. So, what do you guys say?
So I just want to say. So what happened was we had all these tweets, and then I don't know, your friend came in and mentioned you, and then the next minute it was the craziest thing. I know you saw the tweet too. She
Brandon,
said something very nice, and I'm not going to say anything bad about her because she said something really nice, and she was like, "Let's put this to bed." For some reason, she blocked me before that.
Well, but she didn't say that to you after Brandon, your mic. She didn't say, but she didn't change her approach until after my name was mentioned, and I noted that. Other people noted that as well. Now I'm not saying that was the reason, maybe, but that was a hell of a lot of coincidence.
I mean, because
she
absolutely did come at me in an odd way, but and she blocked me, which I thought was kind of odd because why would a journalist block
Right.
me? And then out of nowhere, she said to everybody, "I'm unblocking her." And she wrote these very nice things. So I don't want to trash her that way because she did write a couple of very nice tweets. She personally sent me a message telling me, I don't want to hurt your daughter. She's 18. I wish you guys the best of luck. And that was very nice. And that was the end of it. I mean, no problem. I haven't had any interaction with her since. But that is how it played out exactly. There's no two ways.
No, I think you're dead on that. Now, here's the thing. Again, I was going to play her video here, and some people are actually more interested in this. I don't know which way to go. I'd asked people earlier.
I would like to see it because of what you told me.
Okay.
All
right. So it's fair enough. So if Brandon, if your mic doesn't stop popping.
I was messing with it. Sorry.
All right. So I have it playing right now. I have it up, ready to go. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this through Skype, though. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to try to share my audio through Skype first, and then I'm going to try to play the video to the outside chat. So let me screen share, and I'm going to do it with audio. So you should see it as a blank screen now.
Yeah, I see it.
All right.
Okay.
Now you should see Katie.
Okay,
Yeah.
she's a very pretty young lady.
Yep.
All right. She looks so depressed in this video, by the way. And by the way, just so I get this...
Very, very lovely looking young woman. I mean, that's the way I look at it.
Let me get this on record here. This is fair use. We are going to be commenting on this, so she cannot strike this video like she did my other video, because the other video I just uploaded it without commentary. If she does strike this, I want you all to notice how vindictive Katie really is, because this is a video that she made. I downloaded it. I have a copy of it. I'm using it as fair use. I can do that. She can strike it. I'll fight it with a counter notification for DMCA, and if she wants to take me to court, I will be happy to go to court, because I was going to sue her anyways for defamation per se. This is one of the reasons why she changed her entire story, because she was like, oh, I'm now going to apologize to Steve the day after she finds out that I was going to sue her. By the way, 24 hours before she made the apology to me, which she put a series of tweets saying that I've seen the lawsuit. I thought, I believed, my friend. I was wrong. He misled me for months. Blah blah blah. I had a couple friends of mine, one of which was Dead Kennedy in Space, if you know who he is. I had him specifically make sure that Katie knew that I had plans to sue her, and that if she didn't retract, I was going to take her to court. And I do not bluff. People know this because, well, I just don't. And I actually do have a real lawyer. They've seen real lawsuits from me. And it's really coincidental because all of a sudden Katie said, well, I didn't know anything about you suing me. Really? Really, Katie? I find that very doubtful since you responded to a tweet with this in there, and my friend Dead Kennedy in Space made it very clear to you that I had planned to sue Katie if she didn't do a full retraction. So, interesting that she later on said, well, I didn't know anything about lawsuit. Okay.
Whatever.
Now, I will say this because I am an honorable guy. She may have meant that to be, she didn't know anything about the lawsuit prior to her finding out the day before. But the only problem with that is she said I gave the retraction not because of a lawsuit, but I gave retraction because I read the evidence. I saw what Steve had to say, and he's right. So I don't know. What do you guys think real quick on that? I don't know. Maybe the live chat can give me some feedback on that because.
Well, let's see the video.
All right.
In that picture, she looks like she's playing the victim just by the picture alone.
Oh, I'm convinced she's one of those people that plays victim.
She's playing sad in the picture.
All right. So let's see if you guys can hear this. Here we go.
Hi everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball.
Little low, but yeah.
Try to get
I'll boost it up in a second.
All right. So if you are new to my channel, this is going to be extremely confusing for you. You might not even want to watch it because you're not going to know a lot of the players involved in this, and it's not, I don't know. This is really for the people that have been here since the beginning and that know me from a channel called Non Sequitur, and I need to just speak my truth months after everything happened.
All right, hang on, Katie. Hang on. Okay.
My truth.
My truth. Truth is not relative like that. And by the way, we're going to be drinking every time we see something we want to point out. So, there's not my truth, Katie. There is the truth.
Okay, first one going out.
Okay.
I think she means my point of view.
Yeah.
But words are important. She's a supposed journalist, right? I'm allowed to get away with a little bit more foibles because I'm not a journalist, and people know that. I'm not very eloquent.
Does she have a journalism degree? Is
No.
she even a journalist? I mean,
No, she's a blog. She's like me. She blogs. I have a blog, right? I have a philosophy blog that people do read, and very educated people read. But I don't say I'm a philosopher. I don't say that I'm, somehow a published writer. I happen to write some blogs that have gotten some publicity because I've run arguments that a lot of people haven't heard of before, and they like them. But her truth is so relative because I listened to her talk about what she thinks is the case, and she's already been demonstrated to be wrong every single time. I mean, you guys agree that she was wrong? Okay, the whole meeting that I had with Kyle and Bullinator and Glenn Williamson. People saw those tweets that she had said, and I'm not going to show them now because you guys are going to watch the other videos. Just assume arguendo. But she had said, hey, look, all this is settled. The lawyers were there. They came up with a payment plan, all that stuff. We all know that that was all wrong. Right?
Complete bullshit.
I mean, that was her understanding of it, which she gets to later in the video. But I mean, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That was her understanding. And when she saw that the actual video of the meeting, she realized she was wrong, and she corrected it. Right? But here's the thing: we had tried to show her this ages ago. She didn't want to hear it. She blocked anybody that would show her any type of evidence. And now, as a person who claims to be an investigative reporter who doesn't want to look at evidence, explain this to me.
I got nothing.
I got nothing. I don't know. So again, I'm not trying to come down on Katie, and if Katie tried to even flag this video for harassment or bullying, by all means, will this not end well for her? Because this is not bullying, this is not harassment. I want to show Laura the difference between social commentary and holding people accountable for what they say and holding their feet to the fire, as opposed to what an actual bully would do. Because I wanted Katie to fix her shit. This is all we've ever wanted from Katie. But Katie's only interested in running narrative in order to make her fans feel sympathy for her. I'm convinced of this.
Yeah, people need to be held accountable for their bullshit.
All right, let's go on. By the way, just yell stop. To the homage of the great Cy Strike, who's no longer with us, just yell stop if you want to say something, okay?
Yeah.
By the way, peace to you, buddy.
Yeah.
Just be done and move on. And first, I want to say that this has been a very confusing situation for me. Before I ever had my own following on YouTube, I was a writer on...
No, you're not!
It was a idol.
Pathios.
Yeah, Pathios. Yeah. So,
Pathios.
you weren't really a writer per se. I don't know. Maybe, what do you guys think? I don't want to be too judgmental, but she makes it sound like she has more qualifications than she actually has. Pathios is merely a blog site.
Hey, I'm a writer on Facebook, dude.
I'm a idol too.
I'm a writer. I own the www.greatdebatecommunity.com that I write a blog on, but that doesn't make me a writer. I don't know. Maybe.
Hey, that kind of puts you a little bit higher because you have your own website.
I do. I have my own domain. Yes.
Yeah.
That's supposedly I stole, but that's a whole different argument.
Oh, join the club.
Yeah.
You and me, we're together on that, right?
Oh, this is why I empathize with people. This is why I have what's called the Ring of Truth. I have to bring my own subjective evaluations of things based upon my own experiences. And the people that have been with me for years, they've seen these things. They know what's up. My audience is not stupid. Her audience, not so much, because she caters to the stay-home mom that's very uneducated, that just wants to feel that, poor Katie has been so much. We need to shower her with love and support and adoration. I'm not an emotional person. I don't do the Fifi shit very much. People like that for the fact that I will tell people direct. But at least they get a direct, honest answer. I don't coddle. Right? It's just how I am. And by the way, that's not good. That's not bad. Everybody's different. It takes a village. Some people need to coddle people. Some people don't. I don't think my approach is right for everybody.
I'd rather not be coddled. If I'm being stupid, I want to be told I'm stupid.
And you probably think it's offensive if people coddle you. I didn't coddle you from day one, and I wasn't going to. I held your feet to the fire too for shit.
I don't know. When I did something, you told me about it. Yeah.
But you got to admit, people will probably go, oh, well, yeah, he's disabled, and you know what? You shouldn't come down on him too hard. I'm not going to treat him like an idiot because he's not an idiot. He's super smart. He just has a hard time, getting things out sometimes.
Yeah, if I'm being stupid or something, I want to be told I am being stupid so I can fix it.
I've never seen you really have a bad argument, really, though. I mean, you've had questionable things that I've maybe kind of changed, helped you, solidify. But people don't realize on Twitter how you are on Rum and Coke or coming into the Hangouts. They would never know because you're very articulate in a tweet, right? To get your point across.
Yeah. I'm very different on text than on video.
Right.
Well, we're all different on text and on video.
Right. Oh, I agree.
And you know what? Who says what is right in the world, by the way, Brandon? Everybody's different, okay? Seriously. I think that the people that are talking on Reddit are jackasses, and I've looked their history up because they leave breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel. And to be honest with you, half of them are on so many medications, it's unbelievable, yet they're school teachers, they're this, they're that, people with good professions, and it's very scary when you think about it, that's teaching your children.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that is weird for me. What is normal? Is normal there's a dictionary definition, but other than that, what is normal? I don't know.
There is no normal.
I'm going to, what I'm going to do is, this is actually a 20-minute video. I'm going to play the last 10 minutes really deals the most about this, and then we can go back if we have time. Because it's the middle part is just her really feeling sorry for herself, and I don't really give a shit. If you guys, I'm going to have this video somewhere else where people can watch it in its entirety, but it's really just her feeling sorry for herself. But about 20 minutes in or so, that's where she starts talking about all this.
Felt terrible because I trusted Kyle and I believed Kyle when he told me that this is what was going on. But once I saw what was in the lawsuit between Kyle and Steve and knowing that still
She forgot your
to
name.
this day he hasn't seen the books or talked to the attorney. And for the record, I've never believed there was an attorney. I never bought the story that the attorney wouldn't reach out, because I've been involved with enough of this stuff to know that mediation doesn't require documents being sent over. It's, his attorney should have reached out right away.
Okay. And she, by the way, she is right on this. Okay. She is right on this. So let me give her some props on this. Now, I can't discuss much about the case because it's still pending, obviously. I will eventually. But she says, though, she never believed there was an attorney, which nobody believes there is one at this point. But whatever. But for months, she's making the argument that she didn't believe this. But at the same time, she still kept everybody blocked. She never apologized until after I threatened to sue her for defamation per se. But now she's like, oh, well, I really never believed there was. And, Steve never was shown the book. Steve never got his money, which, by the way, everybody knows now, right? I wasn't lying about this, as people were saying, oh, well, Steve's seen the books. No, I fucking haven't. Oh, Steve got money. No, I haven't. Oh, Steve committed fraud. No, I haven't. It's just nonsense. And so where is her journalistic integrity here? I'm confused.
It's right up there with her degree. So
Okay, I have to tell you that accusing anybody in a public forum of fraud or scamming is baby shit, okay? If she feels that way, she should just get a lawyer. That's the end of it, and it shouldn't be out in the public to defame you. It should be before a judge with attorneys, depositions taken, and if there's something wrong that happened, that's where it belongs. It doesn't belong with 92,000 people debating and ripping you apart. That's my opinion.
Oh, I'm fine with that, but I do understand this. When you're in the public eye, and we had a very large channel, it was when it went south, people were talking about it, people were making videos about it. I get it. I do understand it. However, she was actually intricately involved in the show firsthand because she was a co-host. Which, by the way, I had no say in, but whatever. But the fact remains is she's going to be on a show for well after the time after I was, I don't know, ousted from the show. It's still 50% mine, by the way, but ousted from the show for now. She still just kept doing the show, knowing now, all this time, supposedly, oh, I never really believed him. I started having questioning early on. What the hell? So Laura, when you see the fact that I don't trust this person, that and by the way, again, this whole video is her just literally passing the buck, saying, oh, well, such and such, misled me. Instead of just saying, you know what, I really screwed the pooch on this one. I really should have talked to the people involved. I should have asked the right questions. I should have asked for the right answers. She didn't do any of that. She has no skill on doing bare minimum basic journalistic functions. Nothing.
I don't know. I think at this point it's more of her realizing that she was wrong and then cataloging all the screw ups that she made along the way and sort of copying to it. I honestly, I actually liked this video because it was her, coming forth about how she screwed up on some things. And so I'm not going to flip her a lot of shit on it, but it's still,
fair enough. I mean, no, I'm not going to say you're totally wrong on that. I mean, I don't think this was the best apology I've ever had, but I did accept it. Did I not? But I did accept it.
Sure.
And I said, okay, this is the best I'm going to get. Fine. I'm not going to be a hypocrite because, I apologize to people and some days they don't accept it. And I'm very sincere about it. So I assumed she was really sincere and I gave her the benefit of the doubt like I do a lot of people. But then,
the fact that she came out with it is pretty impressive.
But then what happened?
She was wrong.
But then what happened?
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, I know what happened. Yeah.
She just took it back.
She took it back because other people were asking her, like myself, well, what about your sexual harassment charges that you just pulled out of your ass? Well, she's like, well, I don't want to talk about that publicly. Come talk to me privately. No. First of all, if you're going to accuse me of sexual harassment and you want me to go DM you privately, no, that ain't flying.
No.
Give us your public, what your reasonings were. Now, she had the dumbest ass reasoning. Amazing. People were not buying her bullshit, and I think her story just flopped instantly when she even started to throw it out there. So I wasn't concerned about that. I didn't care, right? All I said to myself is nobody's going to believe this woman anyways because her integrity is shit. And if she has anything, by all means, go for it. Take your best shot because everybody who knows me knows that's not me. I am really shy for the most part with women. But I have somebody I've been interested in for a year. Okay, I am not going to go out of my way to sexually harass anybody. I've got a reputation to behold. If you can accuse me of some bullshit like that, you're going to do it publicly. God damn it, because I will sue you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But the whole point is she couldn't blame that on Kyle. She could not say, well, because Kyle told me this. So she had not a leg to stand on with that, right? And so she said to me, I don't want to talk about this anymore. If you talk to me about it, I will block you. And I didn't say a word to her after that. I was like, whatever. I don't care. It's just, I really just don't care. But other people continued to talk to her, and she ends up blocking me, which I didn't continue. After she said, don't go on about it, I have not tweeted her once. She blocked me. I don't know when afterwards, but she blocked me at some point. And then she took down the video, which I, by the way, was smart enough to save.
Okay,
Yeah, that seems a little bit weird that she took down the video. I mean,
Right.
if you're really apologizing for something, you leave up the apology, even if there's a whole bunch of, dangling shit around it. But
Yeah.
why would you take down
Exactly.
something that you legitimately were apologizing for?
That's my point. And by the way, I told people I was willing to take her off my radar if I got a sincere apology. Right? This was her choice to go back on my radar. I got other shit that I got to worry about other than Katie. Okay, people know how she is now, and I know people are actively trying to explain this to her fans, and they realize that she has to be stopped in some ways of her falsely accusing people. I get that, but I have my own battles to fight, and so I was trying to get her off my radar. Let me take care of other things, but unfortunately, she wouldn't let me do that for some reason. I don't know why. I'm more than willing to accept apologies from people if they're sincere.
right.
Mhm.
But she wasn't sincere on this, so. Anyways,
Moving on.
Okay, so but let's hear her apology.
okay, moving on.
Which led me to believe that he had been stalling because I don't know why. I cannot speculate. I just think that he probably spent the money during the time that he
Stop.
was making that money. He bought a lot of
Probably.
chips, he bought a lot of stuff.
I cannot
Oh,
speculate,
it's-
and then goes on to speculate.
Yeah, yeah. Again, journalist here. This is not how a journalist thinks. Okay, you don't say I cannot speculate, then goes on to speculate. That's what speculation is. I just cannot make this shit up. Laura, you see what I'm saying though? It's just like this is the one person who is trying to get involved with you and your daughter. She's not competent.
If I didn't hear it, I wouldn't believe it.
She's just not competent. And again, that's not bullying. This is my sincere opinion, right?
Yeah.
I have never. Let me tell you guys something. I have never ever sent anybody over to any video to downvote it or to strike it or to harass anybody ever in my life. That's what bullies do. As I told Laura earlier, I have a feeling that her daughter will probably be pretty popular on YouTube at one point. And I told her fans are not troops. They're not your weapons. Don't use them as such. But she does. I will tell you right now, I have confirmational evidence that she actually sent people over to my channel to fuck with me and my fans when I was going to have somebody on. Just
Don't they
recently.
all
Just
do that,
recently.
though, Chief?
Go ahead,
All
Laura.
these people do that.
Yeah.
Weaponized audience.
Yeah. So I have confirmational evidence that she does try to use her fans as weapons. And I actually had Mr. Atheist threaten to do so. He didn't but he's like, well, I can have 1,000 people over here, blah, blah. Okay, well, so could I. But that's not how I operate. I've never asked my fans, except one time when it came to one specific person, I felt that this person had severely crossed the line, and I needed a little bit of support. And I did rely on them for support because I was actually hurting. I lost a friend that I really thought was a friend that really I was hurting over because they decided to listen to people that were saying bad things, and it hurt. But I realized you can't save everybody. And that person's reputation has now gone to shit because of the company they're keeping. But I have a truce with that person, and I'm not going to mention who they are. It doesn't matter. But, I wanted my fans to at least give me some support on that. But other than that one instance, I've certainly never sent them over to harass anybody, ever, nor should anybody, ever. but she did. So, anyways, sorry. People like press play. Sorry.
A lot of nice suits. He went out a lot, so I don't know. And I'm not. I don't know. Like, I just don't think the money's there anymore. I think he probably paid his rent. Who knows?
He did.
I felt terrible.
No, that's not speculation. That's actually fact. I have confirmation that he did.
No, I was referring to. I don't think the money's there anymore.
Oh, that I have no idea. But the money was again. Everything I'm going to say in this video has already been something that's either made public or that I've talked about before. I'm not going to give you any new information. Sorry, but I have said before that he came to me and asked me. Oh, you know, actually, he used the money from Patreon for rent and then asked me after the fact. Well, actually, he basically told me after the fact. But anyways.
That point. So then I put those tweets out this morning. And then I reached out to Steve and I said, listen, I just want to talk to you. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm.
Can we turn off your mic, by the way? We got open mic sounds and it's just hard to hear the video.
Yeah, I can't hear shit.
Yeah, Brandon, can you turn your just mute, please?
Yeah, I will.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Was misled, and then Steve was basically like, I never believed that you were part of this. I believe that he lied to you and that you believed him, and because he was your friend, you stuck up for him.
Yeah, see, that's not me.
I know that's God's auditor, actually.
And I said that's
Oh shit.
Yes, you got auditor. All right, so real quick on that. Do you guys hear that, or I need to play that again because God's monitor's mic was open? Let me rewind that a little bit because I think that's really important. Play it.
I believe that he lied to you and that you believed him, and because he was your friend, you was basically like, I never believed that you were part of this. I believe that he lied to you and that you believed him, and because he was your friend, you stuck up for him and you trusted your friends.
All right, 90% true on that. It's okay. I did not say that I altogether. She was clearly a part of this, okay? But I didn't think she was the active component as compared to other active components like Caitlin Chloe, Godless Engineer, and Mr. Atheist. Those are the three that I will always hold accountable. They will have their day of reckoning. But those are the active ones that I'm completely convinced had a very active reason for the downfall of the Non Sequitur show. That's my personal opinion. You can agree, disagree. I don't give a shit. But that's my opinion that I'm sticking with, and I will make an argument for that at a later date. However, I think she was lied to. Who's vaping? I got a lot of open mics.
I'm vaping, but my mic was off.
No, all right. So she, even though I don't think she was a very active person in all this, she's playing the victim card right now going, well, even Steve recognizes that I really didn't have much to do with this, blah, blah, blah. The point is, she did have something to do with it when she called me, she said I was sexually harassing her. She said that I was committing fraud. That was all her. That was her choice to make those allegations without investigation. And I'm sorry, but allegations without investigation is the worst form of hit journalism you could possibly have. So, I told her, and I said, all is not forgotten. I accepted her apology until she took it back, but that doesn't mean I forget things. Okay. But Laura, are you starting to get a kind of a why we think why we have such a low opinion of this person?
I understand.
Okay.
I understand. Everybody's situation is different. I mean, I'm aware, and I'm glad I did talk to you, and I've talked to you. I'm aware that there could be an issue in the future based on everything you guys have told me. I'm hoping there isn't. Okay. I don't want any problems. We've had enough aggravation, but
with Katie,
this would not go well. It would be like I'm the female version of you, Steve.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I noticed certain people are a lot like me. You and this other person I met the other night, which was Gypsy's Rose's stepmom. Her name is Christy Blanchard, and very nice woman, about the same age. And so I noticed that we all had like a very similar outlook on things, and very tough, and very straightforward, and very no nonsense. And so I don't think Katie's like that. I think she's the opposite, right? She's very thin-skinned. And so I didn't get along with her. We clashed. I get along with people that are very direct, very thick-skinned, and so I just didn't mesh with Katie from day one. And so I'm not telling you not to get involved with her. You do you.
No, I'm not gonna. There's no reason to. You understand? I have no reason to get involved with this person. This person got involved in my business, and you guys reached out to me, and I'm the kind of person I want to know. Okay, and in the back of my head, I understand what you guys have told me already. Okay. Besides the fact I don't trust anybody, because anybody's going to, fucking shit with you. So to me, it's like, okay, what she says today could be something tomorrow. Right? She may get pissed off at hearing me talk to you now. I don't really give a fuck. Okay. Because the honest truth is, if there's a problem, she's going to have a problem. And I don't give a shit if they talk about me with defamation and law. I worked in law. And no, I was not the fucking janitor, which they like to say I'm right. Happen to know law.
I like your style. Yeah, no, I think Katie will back off. I mean, I don't. She thinks she's typed to continue if you don't want to have anything to do with her, right? She's not. I don't think she's going to push on that. It would be a very, very foolish thing to do. I mean, people watch her, and I don't mean in a bad way, not like a stalkish way. She tries to make it sound like people are stalking her. They're not. Maybe she did have some haters. I don't know. I don't really, I hate to say it, but I really don't care as much now that if she does have actual trolls after her, because she does do things that I do agree with, right? She had. Let me get some links out to people that want in.
Jilly Juice.
Yeah, Jilly Juice was. Yeah, could you talk about that, because she did a decent job on that. So when she goes after the people like the woo woo people, that's what she should have stuck with. That was something that she had some aptitude to do.
Oh, I don't know a hell of a lot about it. I don't know a hell of a lot about anything, but hey,
open mic.
No, all I can see is that she went after someone who decided that like kale and salt water was really great for everything about your body and could regrow limbs and stuff like that.
Cabbage, yeah, cabbage.
I mean, that's also just low hanging fruit. I mean, how much does it take to attack someone who thinks that kale and salt water is gonna?
Brandon,
it's not you rubbing up against the mic.
Who's rubbing up? Is that God's auditor? No, he's talking. It can't be him.
I'm holding a mic, so that might be me.
I might be you then. So, but yeah, what happens is you get that noise. Like, you hear that? It's very annoying.
Okay, that's me. Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Yeah. Anyways, so I'll try to.
Sorry, Brandon. Wasn't you this time?
Me in trouble.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Forgive me.
Man. Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
No, but yeah, I mean, how much effort does it really take to go after someone who's pushing that kind of woo, though?
You can also kill the gay.
Yeah, she thinks her Jilly Juice is basically super saturated cabbage water with salt in it, super salty. Yeah, and has killed somebody. She doesn't prescribe it. She just basically
advocates for it.
She doesn't make it. She doesn't give it to people, but she has this protocol called the Jilly Juice protocol, and basically it just gives you diarrhea for forever and will kill you.
That means it's working.
And that means it's working. Yeah, she's
if
a
you're
mental.
Shitting yourself, that means it's working.
She's
She
delusional.
calls it waterfalls.
Yeah, just absolutely nuts. And so
I'm going to start using that. I got the waterfalls, guys.
And so when Katie did the story on that, we were all for that, right? We were like,
absolutely.
Yeah. So there are things we agree with, Paul. I put the Skype thing in in some messages thing. So if you want to come in through the normal routes, people know what I'm talking about. But so if she would have stopped with that would have been fine. But what happened was she decided to come after me with false accusations. That's not going to happen. Right? Because I'm not low-hanging fruit, people. I'm sorry. I will fight back. I will fight back.
Well, I mean, she didn't necessarily make you into like an expose or anything like that, but she did come after you, yeah.
Yeah.
Low-hanging fruit. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, there's low-hanging... See, Jilly Juice is low-hanging fruit, and we also deal with people that they're not even low-hanging fruit. They're like fruit that are just rotting on the ground. And so I don't want to go after the rotting on the ground or the low-hanging fruits, because anybody can do that. Doesn't take any skill. We go after people that, and I don't mean go after in a way, because people hear that. People are like, oh, Steve's going after somebody. No, I don't mean in that context. What I mean is we want to point out to people that are doing things that are either unethical or they're doing things that are harming other people. They're bullying other people. That's the kind of stuff that I want to start calling out more, because I'm not afraid of bullies. I'm not afraid of trolls. I've had trolls for years. Big fucking deal. What are they going to do? I don't have a job I can get fired from. This is my job. My landlord don't give a fuck because he knows there are stupid people out there. So that's not going to happen. You want to come over and say hi to me? Be my guest. I have 3 other people here, ex-military. We have hunting rifles. We can protect ourselves. Let's have fun. Let's dance. I am not going to be intimidated by people. I will not live my life that way. Now, I understand that other people have to, especially in your case, Laura, and I mean this very sincerely. Protect your daughter. Protect her with every fiber of your being, because there are people that one person, that one sycophant that really will carry these things down in real life. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. This is why nobody knows where my daughter lives. They've seen her picture, but nobody knows her address, and they never will.
That's why no one knows my real name on here.
Okay, but you see, that's the difference, Steve. Here's what happened. I don't know how Josh Moon got our address and all our information, but I had people fucking coming to my house. They took pictures of my truck.
They will.
House. I had to prove my child. Okay? It's not even funny. And when you go on those websites, they think it's hysterical that they do this stuff. Now, if I had
because they're behind the shield.
That would be a problem, for them. But I didn't catch anybody. I just found out about it because a fan sent us the quotes that they were putting
because these
out.
are sycophants. These people want to harm people. They want the people to have they want to be scared. They want them to be scared. They want to intimidate. That's their power move.
That's
absolutely.
To me, I'm not scared. What I don't like is get the fuck off my property. Get the fuck away from my family. Who the hell do you think you are? And by the way, if it was happening to you, you would have a friggin' heart attack. But, instead, I'm the crazy one. Well, you know what? If I'm the crazy one and you're afraid of me, good.
No, hey, you know what? As a mother especially, I'm down with that, right? That makes sense to me. If Laura sounds like somebody who's just a nutter, that's fine. That is good, because you cannot predict nutters. So you want to go mess and tangle with her? Sounds like she will. It sounds like she'll protect her own, and you don't know how to account for that. That's fine. Me, you can think I'm a nutter too. I will do what it takes to protect my family. I'm not too concerned about my well-being, because I'm safe where I'm at. But yeah, the people that you think that might be a little nutters, those are the ones you got to watch out for, and I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Yeah.
So I find it really funny that they think they could do whatever the fuck they want to me, but I can't fight back. No, that's bullshit. You could go, somewhere else. Yeah. That's not happening. Okay? It is not happening. I don't give a shit if you put up every fucking piece of paper on me on the internet. If you mess with me and I know who you are, you're going to have a problem. That's it. And I don't
Let's dance. Yeah. Let's dance. Just FYI, we are going to be playing this video again tomorrow for Caffeine Corner. So you'll hear more of this video, people.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific.
Oh. All right, I might be around for that one.
So this is a weird Rum and Coke night. I really apologize for people that are used to Rum.
Is that bad? Did I fuck it up?
No, hey, it's Rum and Coke night. Who gives a shit? Whatever. But it's just really.
I'm like 3 hard ciders in, so
yeah,
don't take anything I have to say seriously.
I gotta get something more to drink. But we got some people that showed up in here, I think. Did you guys come in? Nikki, are you in here now?
Yep.
Hi, what's up, girl?
Oh, Nikki.
By the way, let me introduce you to Laura now. Now, Laura, this is gonna sound weird, but hear me out. Laura? Okay. So all right, so Nikki is one of my stalkers.
The official one.
The official one. She's my designated stalker.
I love it.
Yes.
But I took her on board instead of alienated her for stalking. I incorporated her into my life, and it's been amazing ever since.
Yes.
Like that Rob Schneider show.
I don't know how to explain it. It sounds bizarre because
he needs to drunk text me more, because he doesn't do that.
I don't know how to do these things. I'm not a drunk texter. But
you got to make her into your secretary, because she already knows your entire schedule. So
yeah, it's like, hey, where do I got to be? Hey, Nikki. Well, Steve, I know you have an appointment here, because I plan to be there 15 minutes early.
You're just gonna get a message that says, "Hey, Steve, you're getting low on milk."
Now this is
Steve,
Rum and
I
Coke
drink
night.
the rest of your milk.
Yeah, Steve, don't wear that shirt around your room ever again. As a matter of fact, you think I'm kidding? You kind of think I'm kidding, Laura.
Every time he puts a shirt on, I'm like, Steve, why are all the buttons buttoned?
Go to
I need
her-
at least 2 undone.
It's like, there's no windows in this room. How can you tell?
That's what's really weird. I've got cameras somewhere. Go to her Twitter. I mean, she actually has on her Twitter thing owned by Steve McRae.
I do.
Oh my
That was
God.
actually made for me by Padme. Padme the cat made that for me.
Do you want to see that? By the way, do you want to see this, Laura? I mean, do you want to? You don't believe
Yeah.
me? All right, cool. So discuss amongst yourselves for a second. Introduce who else is in the room here, because I didn't. I saw a bunch of people come in, but I wasn't sure. Did Cheshire come in? No.
I do not believe she is
How about
here.
Sean Huffer? Did he drop in?
Just sing her name. Just say her name enough. She'll just
Cheshire,
appear.
Cheshire,
She'll
Cheshire.
know.
But like I said, we have
You
fun on
should
Rum
say
and Coke
5
nights.
times, like, drop that foot.
This was a bizarre night.
Are you showing them the thing?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
just.
showing them my Twitter profile?
Yeah, I will in a second here.
I will in a second.
Honored.
Just hold on. I'm about to like embarrass you.
Can you
There
see
it
that
is.
now?
Oh,
Steve
I'm
doesn't
not.
get
I'm not
embarrassed.
embarrassed. Yeah, there you go.
Hysterical.
Can you see this, Laura?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
It's hysterical.
Yeah. So
Someone's
this.
gonna
So.
formally repress to her separate.
So she
Nice.
is my official stalker. I do adore her at a distance, way distance. But anyways, okay then.
It's hard to be at a distance though, and he's holding the leash. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's just the maximum distance. It's all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But I'm so glad you're not the jealous type, because that would be really bad.
Me, I
oh,
mean,
yeah,
I
that would
get
be
jealous.
bad.
I just
Well,
the only person I can be jealous of is Sweet.
Well,
so-
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't be jealous of Sweet. You know,
Yeah.
because
Hey, that
She's
means
just too
you're
perfect.
that means that your date that's coming up is going to have an entire video log of it. So
That's
you
sweet,
just won't
yeah.
know what's happening.
yeah, I'm going out with Sweet. And
But
so,
like from a distance with
Yeah.
some bushes around us.
Nikki, do you want to like?
Exactly.
Wait, do you want to be like a videographer of the experience dating for the weekend? I mean, whatever.
Yes. Yes.
Dumb question.
Absolutely.
Yes, she does.
I should have flown you out here too. Then I would, well, you know, whatever.
Exactly.
One of these
Yeah,
days.
It would have been super fun.
All right, let's get
And
through this a little bit
creepy.
more. I
I
don't mind a little
without
creep
knowing it.
factor. Yeah, I don't mind that. But like I told Laura,
Well,
Laura,
the heavy breathing.
you
For
gotta
me.
you gotta know your audience, right? And I know Nikki's a very sweet person, and I know that she would never harm anybody. And I'm flattered by everything that she does, and I consider her actually to be a real friend. And I really do want to go visit one of these days. But you gotta really be really wary. You know what I'm saying? But she passed the sniff test. That sounded really dirty. Whatever.
Which sniff test, Holmes?
Yeah. Here we go. Let's watch the video, people. You sick pervs.
I said that's exactly what happened. And I apologized for the statements I made. I said I felt terrible. And then Steve showed me a ton of evidence
Yes, I did.
from his side, which basically proved that what Kyle had been telling me was completely inaccurate.
Now, his side of this,
Forgot
from
your
what I
name again.
understand, is that he doesn't know why she did this, but maybe she was just trying to get out from under this, and she was getting people sick of people, asking her about this stuff and harping on her for it because she was wrong. But I think that's a bullshit narrative, because if that was the case, then she would have apologized for her sexual harassment charge, which, by the way, all she would have had to say is this. Quote, this is me. If I was her, I would have said this. If she really did believe anything like this, which I know is bullshit, but whatever. She should have said, Steve, you may be feeling comfortable, but that doesn't rise to the charge of sexual harassment, and I'm sorry if I accused you of something along the that lines. I would have been like, fine, whatever. Now, I still think she would have been full of shit, but calling somebody, saying something about sexual harassment is a very, very serious charge. And again, I don't roll over on this shit. I will fight.
Something.
I will fight for the truth. So she fucked up there, but all she had to do was say that. She would have, and I would have been fine with it. But she has to blame somebody. She has to blame somebody for everything. Everything she's ever done, she's blamed other people, and she had nobody to blame on this but herself. She couldn't do it.
Well, she apologized for what she was catching shit for.
That she could blame on somebody else. Somebody else told me this.
Well, no. I mean,
She's the quintessential victim. Though,
Yes.
I mean.
Other people were flipping her shit about the whole thing to do with Kyle, but no one was flipping her shit about the sexual harassment thing. So therefore, which one is she going to respond to?
Well, but here's the thing: if she was,
I'm not saying that's good or anything. I'm just saying that's probably the motivation.
But if she was trying to get out from under this, and she didn't want people asking her about this, by deleting her video and not apologizing for her accusations, she made it 10,000 times worse. Exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. By the way, Without a Crystal Ball says the commentary account says, would you, Steve, choose Katie? Oh, this is somebody else. Oh, I'm sorry. She's addressing somebody else. She said though, why would Steve choose Katie, who falsely accused him of crimes? Get that you have your own agenda, but do a disservice to it with that sort of comment. Now, I don't know what that comment was, but there are people with agenda, Laura. There are trolls out there that have an agenda, and my trolls I've known for years because I was in a group with them that I recognized that they were not good people. My friend, my very dear friend, Res Rhetoric, who has a very large channel, one of the nicest guys in the fucking world, we both realized these were not good people. We wanted nothing to do with them. We excised them from our lives. They've been haunting us ever since. Until about recently, they really just said their piece, and I didn't ignore them. But then there was some other shit that they could latch onto that I was like, okay, go for it. But again, you're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself. That Red started addressing. But they have an agenda. And that agenda is to try to smear people. That's it. That's all they want to do. That's what they've done for years. So you just have to be aware of this is the type of personality that you're dealing with, Laura. And you cannot make sense of it. You cannot do it. Don't try. They're sick people.
Trolls fucking suck. All
right, let's go play more here. Oh, man. It's weird. Again, Rum and Coke nights is supposed to be the night that we kind of just laugh and have fun and get away from this shit. But I apologize. This is not that night. I hope my fans don't hold it against me.
I think I'm like a curse.
No, I'm not playing. Look, I don't blame other people. This is all on me. Trust me. Okay, go ahead.
He even told me that Kyle had told me that meeting that they'd had where he said the lawyers were, he said that Steve had requested that meeting, but
bullshit.
Oh shit! Am I supposed to drink?
Yeah, bullshit. Drink. Oh, I'm out. I need more alcohol.
So sorry. I'm
gonna get a drink here in a second. But she does know now that I didn't request that meeting. I showed her evidence of that meeting being requested of me and being requested of my power of attorney. So, and you guys know that I didn't. Why would I request that meeting? I was like. No, I'm not going to.
Her body language in this apology video is so weird. It's all over the place, and she glances to the side of the camera like she's lying.
But no, I don't think she's lying on this.
She does that in a lot of her videos, though.
She looks like she's lying.
Okay.
But she's not. No, she's not lying. I do believe her.
Yeah.
But I think it is this, Nikki. She's not lying.
Well, no, specific times does she do that?
What I think is
it's not every time. It's just when she says some of the weird stuff that makes me go, she glances away just really sharply.
I think she has notes written over there or something because I've seen her do it in other videos. So.
That's possible. But what I think is this: she was told this, and I believe her. But that's no excuse. Yeah. That's no excuse not to do your due damn diligence. Okay. Because she made comments on Twitter that people called her out and said this is not true. This is not the case. And instead of saying, okay, let me do a little bit more investigation on this, she chose not to. All right, so I'm going to play this video a little more because people are asking for it. By the way, again, tomorrow plays the video, but I got to go get something to drink. It's Rum and Coke night. Be right back.
I saw screenshots Kyle to Steve that basically Kyle insisted on that meeting, wanted that meeting, didn't want anyone there, only wanted it to be them. So it wasn't like Kyle was being requested to have the meeting. It was the other way around. And then I saw a lot of stuff about business things where he was alleging to maybe be signing legal documents for Steve. Just a lot of stuff that appeared very shady. And
all right, let's stop there. I heard shady. By the way, Laura, I'm breaking out the good stuff for you tonight.
Thank you.
Can you see this?
For Laura?
What's the good stuff?
Oh, Black Label Johnny Walker.
He's jealous.
Breaking out the Johnny Walker Black.
Oh my God,
I can't believe you still have that bottle.
Oh my God! By the way, it was God Auditor that bought me this bottle. I don't know, it's been 3 or 4 months now, I guess.
Jesus.
And I told you Did I not tell you that this would last me 4 months because I don't drink that much? People think I drink a lot. I don't. It just seems that way because I have rum and coke night once a week. But this is so damn good. But look how much I've had already.
You went through like the first 2/3 and like, maybe the first half and like the first month and some change, but then it's been slowly going less and less. I'm just kind of like, dude, I've gone through maybe 3 bottles of scotch since I sent that to you.
I don't drink that much. But I did. I told you I thought it was good.
And I do.
He needs to drink more because he gives me more when he drinks more.
Yeah. Glass, though.
Do it for Nikki, dude.
Hang on.
Do it for me.
I got coffee in my cup here, and I don't want to put scotch in coffee.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Just pour that all over me.
Yeah, the contingent for me sending that to you was you weren't going to water it down with ice,
No, I
so
don't drink
definitely not coffee cup.
No, I by the way, I told you I wouldn't drink this with ice or with water. I drink it neat, and I have, except for last night I had a half a finger that I put ice. I wanted to try it with ice and water. It is better straight.
Well, it's Johnny Walker Black. I mean, if you were doing it with like a single malt 12-year, then I'd be kind of pissed. But yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Now this is not kind of scotch you.
Ooh.
This is single malt. It's not blended.
What was with that tone change?
Johnny Walker's
Steve?
blended.
Oh, it is blended. Oh, you're okay. This is blended. Sorry.
Yeah, even the blue label is blended.
How about the Glenlivet?
The Glenlivet is I don't know all of them, but I know that like a Glenlivet 12 is single malt.
Yeah, I had Glenlivet 12 the other day when I was out somewhere. I never tried it before, and I said one of these days. I told the bartender, one of these days. Here I am saying I don't drink that much when I was out at the bar. I was eating at Applebee's, okay, but I said one of these days.
Well, it's not really a bar, so okay.
I said one of these days I'm gonna try that Glenlivet 12, and she gave me a half a shot of it free.
Yeah, goddamn.
Yeah, we have a whiskey place down here. It's like they distill it in Colorado, and it's absolutely fabulous. Like they do
Colorado?
like $5 shots of super expensive in the Springs.
Oh God, I spent like 3 years in the Springs. Where at?
Yeah. In the whiskey?
The place you're talking about.
And by the way, Wild Cheshire Period.
Oh, Wild Cheshire Period.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
But seriously, I want to know.
I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, it's by North Nevada, right where it meets Garden of the Gods.
Oh,
Jesus.
it
was like an old school.
Get your own room.
I'm sorry. I hated the Springs, and so when I talk about it, I have to keep talking about it. So yeah.
I like Colorado Springs actually.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Oh, I think we just doxed your
The
location.
people.
Oh well.
No,
It's
my
fine.
Katie, Nikki's like, come on over.
it's Colorado Springs. Good luck, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Right. It just keeps getting bigger, and the people who transfer here from other states are getting dumber.
Let's
Like
play a
the
little
5
more.
military bases you have around there, transferring people from other states. Ugh.
Well, it's not only like that, but people are just moving here because it's so pretty.
Moving on. You guys are boring me now. Moving on.
All right, sorry.
Move
Moving on.
The intention the whole time to like take the money, or maybe it was once the money started coming in, he might have intended to pay Steve, but then it got to a point where he didn't have the money anymore, and so then this web of lies started. I don't know. Like I said, I never saw the books, and I was never paid.
By the way, nobody saw the books either. So, and by the way, somebody had mentioned something about, Steve had access to the channel at one time, so he knows how much the money kind of was made from AdSense and at Patreon at one time. Yeah, kind of. That's not books. The books are a P&L report that you generate usually through what's called QuickBooks or something along those lines that generates a actual revenue, has all your income and your expenses that's itemized or at least generalized. That just by having a general accounting of how much money that was overall coming in is not seeing the books. Okay, so huge difference there. By the way, who's got Brandon? That is you right there, Brandon.
That's not me this time.
That's Brandon.
Maybe it was me that time.
No,
Sorry, I was moving and I was messing around. I'm sorry. Again.
Oh, my camera. Oh, my camera's. Just tell me the.
Yeah, I'm seeing some kind of a receipt or some shit.
Yeah, it's Yeah, I should have said something. Sorry.
Yeah, I stopped paying attention to YouTube.
I messed with my mic a lot. I'm sorry.
You paid $7.60 for something twice.
Probably.
Yeah.
Applebee's bar tab. I like it.
Is that what it was? Probably was. God damn it! I gotta find this. Go ahead, talk
Yeah,
about yourself.
$7.60 is cheap for a Johnny Walker Black Label. Thank you, Tom Tom.
Yeah, no. All right. What was I got it. Now I'm kind of curious what my receipts are. What is this? Rewards?
Go on, justify it.
I'm just curious.
Yep.
Oh, this is Walgreens here.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Just make sure they don't see what you bought me at that sex shop.
No.
So.
Walgreens. Anyways, well, that's fun. When I buy you.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I have something you bought me.
No, it is.
You know, it's so funny. That whole thing with people like Steve's a grifter. I am such a simple person. I still have the same goddamn bottle of scotch, and I still got the armchair pad that you bought me, Nikki, that I actually use because I only ask for shit that I actually utilize. I use this daily. It's so comfortable for me because I'm not to have hard plastic here, and I actually cut myself on it. So
Kiss it for
Hey, I'm not
me.
sending you another bottle until you finish that one.
I'll drink the
Kiss
rest of it right
for
now.
me. God damn
Send
it.
him some Lagavulin.
I drink really
Kiss
I'm
slow.
the
not that
armchair.
rich. Jesus Christ.
But these are the simple things, right? I mean, I don't ask for a hell of a lot. People are just like, hey, Steve, I want you to make a wish list. I'm like, fuck, whatever. I mean, I don't.
That's
I'm
me.
simple. Yeah, you actually. I think it was you.
People.
And so I was like,
I am everybody.
Just
Yeah.
send me something simple, but I use it, right? So
Yeah. I was trying to get him to let me send him a
Selfie.
a cup for the scotch, like a.
I bought a smug. I bought my own smug.
It's not the same.
See, I want to buy a smug, but I want it to be from the old non sequitur, so that way it's a collector's item.
Mm.
And I
Oh,
also
shit.
don't want to give Kyle money, so I'm in kind of a bind.
Yeah.
By the way, Laura, have you seen our smugs, Laura?
No.
Oh,
Smoke.
Cheshire designed a smug with my picture on it because I don't know if you know who Matt Dillahunty is, but he called me smug one time. And we just ran with it. I'm like, sure, if you think I'm be smug, that's fine. People confuse people that are opinionated and kind of have their own views on things. They think that's a sign of smugness, and it's not. It's not by any.
No.
Let me see if I can find the smug on here. Cheshire, give me the smug. Where's the smug? You can hear me. But anyways, let's play a little more of this.
What I did was wrong because I believed a friend, and
Hope audio's not coming through. Not for me, at least.
Oh, I'm not screen sharing. Hang on, I'll fix it.
anyways,
Well, I can see the audio.
I
but
believed
the
him.
video's not coming through.
I
The
don't know
video.
what
I
Kyle's
can see
motives
the
were.
video, but the
All right, I got
audio-
it, I got it,
Why
don't
he
worry.
didn't pay him. I don't know why
Sorry.
he doesn't have an attorney or he didn't give the attorney's name. I can only say that, based on what I saw, I truly believe that Kyle misled all of us. And if you have supported Kyle and
All of us.
I don't think this hurts me so much.
Oh, I can't. I
I
just can't.
tried all of us.
Here, I'm
Gotten
pretty much
through
done with
3
this
minutes
video.
of this video.
Real quick, that's my
Yeah.
smug. Can you see it?
Oh,
Oh shit, I might buy one of them.
Yeah, Cheshire made that, and I really liked that, so that was cute. And I bought one for myself,
Yeah.
so it's not like And I didn't even take the discount thing of special pricing. I actually bought it full price.
I'm gonna color in my own eyes.
But and by the way, Chess gets half the profits for all that, and she's already been paid for up to date. I'm not waiting
oh.
to pay people, I'm very transparent, right? But anyways, so what she said was, that he misled everybody, but then it turns into, again going back to her and her self-victimization.
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah, it's just all of us kind of thing. I don't know. What was her exact phrasing? Let me rewind that just for 10 seconds.
He betrayed all of us.
Kyle misled all of us.
But after
And
that-
if you have supported Kyle and I don't think this hurts me so.
Oh, there we go. It hurts me.
Oh my god.
Never mind what it did to me.
Guys,
Never mind the fact that
Well-
I got shorted $30,000 plus, which is now around
Yeah.
90,000 or something.
I
that
mean,
they
to
were
be
sued
honest,
for.
this is her video, so this is her talking about her point of view on it. It's her truth, remember?
And she's
But
allowed
guys,
to.
she's-
And by the way,
Yeah.
she is more than allowed to do so. But here's the thing: when you have an apology video, it's not about you. It's about the person you make the apology video to. Now, I don't make apology videos
Fair
very
enough.
often. For me to apologize, I have to do something egregious. But I have apologized to people which I've slighted. I had a friend of mine just recently who's one of my managers for my channel that I inappropriately went off on because I was in a bad mood. They were asking me just things about at the wrong time, and unfortunately, I was angry, and not at him, but I took it out on him. But I recognized it, and I apologized profusely, right? Because when I do something like that, and you know you're wrong, you do that. You apologize. But I'm not Canadian, where you look at somebody cross-eyed. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't do that shit.
Sorry.
Silly.
Sorry.
I only apologize when I really think that I've done something wrong. But other people, they apologize 24/7. I think it loses their meaning when you apologize that much, right? Because the person who I apologize he knows. Oh shit, Steve really means this.
Yeah.
Anyways, this has not been 3 hours, has it? No, it's been 90 minutes, people. All right, so that's enough with Katie. I'm going to put take this off and actually put the Skype call on, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, can't see my face.
All right. Why would we want
So,
to?
Because
I don't
I'm
think
dead
anybody's
sexy,
on
but you'll
camera right
never
now,
get
are
to-
they?
I'm the only one. What's up with that?
hey, I can knock him off. Wait, I'll turn it back on too. Hold on. Wait.
Actually, you know what? Let me do this first. Yeah, nobody's actually on camera, but they see who's talking, I guess. All right, so now they can see who's
Okay,
talking.
my camera's on now.
You know what we say in Jewish, Steve? We say stop fetching, which means like
Oh,
stop,
you one of my people? This
stop
is we
in my tribe.
have what's called a shandam for the goyim. Are you really one of those sweet little Jewish moms like my mom?
No, I'm not a sweet Jewish mom. I can assure you that. I'm from the Bronx. Are you kidding me?
She's from New York too. She's actually from I think she was
I'm
from.
fucking not.
Yeah,
She's from my mom's from Brooklyn.
The only thing I'm sweet with is my daughter. Other than that, no.
But you're Jewish. But are you Jewish?
Get the fuck out of my face.
Wait,
I
wait,
love it.
shut
I
up,
like it.
Shushka.
And I'm pretty
Hang
sure
on,
she
hang on.
owns a
I don't want to
gun.
hear from the goyams here and the Gentiles. Are you Jewish?
You don't know me.
Yeah. Hang on. Wait. Yes. Hi, I am. 1 second. Are you Jewish, Laura?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. All right. So you're
Yeah.
part of my tribe. All right. So you know what a goyim is. That's.
You think?
This is why I think I liked you from the beginning. I'm like, okay, you got chutzpah. Yeah. I don't know fuck all about Judaism, by the way. My mom's Jewish. I love bar mitzvah and I love lox on bagels. Other than that, I love bar mitzvahs. Who doesn't like a good bar mitzvah, man?
Because you like bust on them because they're so fucking stupid. Give me a break.
What's that?
At a bar mitzvah. I mean, it's like the stupidest shit.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I tell you a true story. I went to one of my bar mitzvahs for my neighbors who were Jewish, and they were called the Barskis. Okay, so pretty Jewish. And my dad, for the rest of his life, complained how he had to carry around these big old Torah things, these like statues or something. I don't know what the hell it all entailed, but for the rest of his life, he always went back to that story about how he had to carry that damn heavy thing around. I'm like, yeah, but the food was awesome. All right. So,
Well, actually, bagels are like a hidden gem.
So-
I
so-
swear to God, so many people my age hate them.
let's gotta see who's in here. So we got. All right. So, and by the way, M, welcome to the whatever this is tonight.
The party.
That's man. Yeah, but let's call her M. But this is unusual. This is our really strange Rum and Coke night, unlike any other we've ever had. So you missed all the fun.
Well, go with it. You should be happy.
Yeah, no. You know what?
Someone
This
knocked
is-
on my door.
This is what we do. We have fun in Rum and Coke night, so it kind of ended well. I got some super chats to read real quick.
Ends it well.
Let me read some of the super chats real quick. My Unfinished Journey says, got my quote, grow a pair cider and my baby back ribs. Oh, and popcorn.
Yeah, cider.
Thank you. Kawasa 5001 says, damn it. Does this mean I have to rethink every quote Florida person story Katie has used to tell in NSS? No. Again, when Katie does her fruit on the ground type stuff, she gets it mostly right. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm no fan of Jilly Juice, right? I think she's a horrible, reprehensible, evil person that needs to be stopped. Brandon, you're
Yeah, but you can get better. You can get better research with Jeff Holiday. Like
true. I like Jeff.
Yeah,
no, Jeff.
he is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff Holiday
He, like,
was
did
on Dr. Phil with Jilly Juice, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? You're a Borderlands person. He wants to play Borderlands 3. I haven't played it yet. I told Jeff that I'd play Borderlands 2 with him, but I haven't started playing that with yet. So
Play through 2 so you understand more of the plot, and then 3, because 3 is pretty heavily dependent on 2. But I've made my way all the way through 3, and yeah, I'll jump on that shit too.
I just showed her. Steve.
I kept trying to play 2, but like I was in an apartment with like 4 like dudes, and every single one of them was playing through the entire game.
I didn't realize we had a super
By the
secret.
time
That's
I
why
got
you
to it, I
jump
was
on
like,
couch co-op.
I didn't realize we had a super secret Skype Cabal. I know we got other super secret shit, but when did we get the one on Cabal? I didn't start that.
Oh my god.
Wait, what? Am I a part of that?
Yeah,
I didn't know I was a part of it until just now. Accidentally showed it on camera. Sorry, people, but there's weird dog noises and stuff in there. I don't know who these people are.
I'm sorry, someone knocked on my door.
I was his fault again, and you
Came out
blamed
for
me.
myself so much so that I could only like join you guys like and look all prim and proper. So
Oh,
got myself
now you go on camera.
Yeah,
Right.
it's you and Steve. Don't worry
Oh,
about
wait,
it.
See, I look at all the stuff I got going on. This is how I run my. This is actually my basic one, OBS. I actually use Streamlabs OBS, which is 10,000 times more complicated than this, but it doesn't allow me to do videos for some reason. So I have to use my basic OBS system. You think it's easy?
I'm on the cam, but nobody
There you go.
cares.
All right. So M, where are you, M?
We
Where's
got
my M?
Steveception going on up there.
Yeah. Where's M?
I'm here.
I
Can
can't.
you see me?
Yeah, but I can't focus on you. I can't get off Brandon for some
Oh.
damn reason.
Yeah,
Nor should you, damn it.
it likes me.
Brandon, you're
Yeah.
gorgeous, but I want to see M for a second.
I can't do anything about that.
Shut your video for a second.
Okay, I'll shut it
I don't know
off.
why Skype does this. It's weird.
Don't you shame him.
I'm not trying to shame him. He's a beautiful man. All right, M, now talk.
Okay, so you can hear
God
me
damn
now,
it.
right?
Yeah, but why is it not showing you? I mean, it shows you in the up here, but it doesn't show you full screen. What am I doing wrong?
I don't me? Okay.
There we go. Speaker view.
Do it.
Oh, there's my lovely M.
Hey.
We all adore her.
Aloha.
How do you say it in whatever language that was, Hindu or Arabic?
Urdu?
She's all over the place.
Hindi.
I'll
Hindi.
just
Hindi.
pick
Thank you.
one.
Hindi.
Hindi.
Yeah, how do you say it
Or
in Hindi?
Hindi. Yes.
How do you say hi in Hindi?
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. That's what it
Yeah.
was. Okay.
Fucking Christ.
Like your
I
last yoga
I
class.
knew this. I had to be reminded. Okay.
My lord.
Yeah, or you can
Namaste.
go like if you want to go and like say in Punjabi, you can go Sat Sri Akal. So that's another one.
That would be way beyond my pay grade. Laura, Laura, this is more like a rum and coke night. We just have fun. That's all we do. We don't get serious. But I'm glad that we did it for the beginning part because I think that was a topic that we need to dive into more. And I will promise you I will have a discussion on cyberbullying. I was supposed to have it with somebody else, and this is kind of weird because the person I was going to have the discussion with, Katie doesn't like. And Katie sent all her troops over to harass people in the live chat, but it backfired on her spectacularly because it introduced me to another group that agreed with agreed with Katie that we shouldn't have this person on. And I found out so much about so many things. And so I decided not to have this person on, at least not yet. But it got me thinking I really do need to have a discussion with people on cyberbullying. I think it's about time for another one. You agree, Laura?
Yes, I do.
Cyberbullying.
Awesome. All right. So, anyways, where do you guys want to go with this? Because, like I said, I have no format for the night. Tomorrow, we will be doing Caffeine Corner. We're going to be kind of recapitulating some of this stuff a little bit that we talked about tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't play the whole video, but enough to give you an idea about it. She apologized and then just decided to take down her video, and that to me is a non-apology. So
Did she say why she took the video down though?
No.
Ugh,
Not to my knowledge. The only thing,
Because Steve pissed her off again.
yeah, well, I have an
Well, yeah.
idea. Can I give you my subjective opinion? Because I cannot verify this, but I'm going to give it to you anyways. She had asked me to stop having any relationship with the commentary account without any crystal balls. And she said, are you going to stop retweeting them and promoting them and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I don't promote them, but I retweet them and I talk to them in DM, and I think they do a wonderful job in you know, what they do. And so I think she got mad because she thought by her apologizing to me, that meant that, oh, well, I'm no longer going to support her commentary account. And that doesn't work that way, because I do support her commentary account. And I think she does a very good job on pointing out this stuff. So, and by the way, this is not her. That is not a parody account. She has parody accounts, but the one that's, matter of fact, I'm going to give her actually mods in here. If I haven't already. Without any crystal ball, I'm gonna give you mod, so you can post links and stuff now. But that's not a parody account. That's a straight up commentary account that has been holding Katie's feet to the fire on many things. She said, now I don't know how she got started on this. It's nobody from my camp. I don't know who she is or he is. I have no idea.
It's Chesh. Come on, man.
Yeah. But if they ever want to explain why they got involved with this, I'm willing to listen. But I never asked them, to be honest, or at least I don't remember asking them. But it had nothing to do with us. They found us after the whole non sequitur thing. So maybe she'll tell her story one of these days. And I think it's a she. But I'm only thinking that. I don't know for sure. But I think because of the way the tonality is in some of the things,
Sexist.
I am sexist as a motherfucker, obviously. I just pick up clues, but I don't know whether that person is a male or female. I just think it's easier for me to say she because that's the tonality that I get. But whatever, I could be completely wrong.
Yeah,
it could be a non-binary.
It's okay.
Hey, you don't know.
I don't know. Somebody. Yeah, I heard somebody was like.
Did you just assume?
I assume they're
Yeah,
non-gender.
what the fuck, man?
No, somebody accused me the other day of saying that non-binaries don't exist. And I was like, what the hell did I ever say that? That's just stupid. Non-binaries exist. You just can't be both genders. You could be neither if you wish, but it's impossible on a bimodal distribution to be 100% both genders. That doesn't make any sense. That's just math. That's not gender.
Well, now you're leaving out the hermaphrodites. All right.
It's not what they're called anymore. They're called
intersex. Yeah, get your shit right.
Fuck.
By the way, and intersex.
God damn it, you're right. I'm
intersex
sorry.
has nothing to do with bimodal distributions of gender. God, you people.
I just tell more people.
Hey, I'm 3 ciders in. All right, I've been keeping up.
All right. So how about we do this? Because I'm getting a little myself here. How about we start wrapping this up? We take any questions from the live chat to anybody in here or us to Laura. And like I said, Laura, I'll be in touch with you. Let's get you on for a longer hangout on cyberbullying. And like I said, if Laura Lee wants to join on that would be fabulous.
That'd be great.
I will be more than happy to try to promote her stuff on YouTube. Not that she needs me, but whatever. But if she wants to do I don't know if she knows how to like use OBS, like I'm using it now to do her live stream, I would highly recommend it because that's how you really that's how you build up your fan base. Other people they just watch stuff. But when you actually have live feeds and you talk to your live audience, that's how you build up your base.
Okay.
So I'll teach her how to do all this.
I only get to be on Rum and Coke though. I don't get to be anywhere else. I don't know. Why?
Me neither. I've only been on like one non-Rum and Coke day. So.
What do you want to be on?
Hey, this is the first time I've been on YouTube in like 12 years.
Jesus, what do you want to be on, Nick? You ask a philosopher?
Hey, Nick, thanks I wanted to thank Nick for helping me with the debate the other day. I haven't had the debate yet, but it will be up soon. So yeah, my opponent just disappeared off the face of the planet somehow.
What was
doesn't want to come back.
What was the subject again?
Pro-choice.
Oh.
Anti-choice, pro-choice.
Wow, you're going to dive deep into the pool of debating, aren't you? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, people that are asking, my Rum and Coke nights are typically open to anybody. They're the open hangouts that we have. I also have Patreon meetings on Saturdays that I'm going to start doing again. I didn't have one this weekend today, unfortunately. But yeah, these are the nights where everybody just kind of comes in to have fun. I do Ask a Philosopher on Fridays with Nick Suter, who I'm assuming that you're talking about. Yeah. And
okay.
Is that who you're talking about, Nick? That was helping you? Which Nick was helping you?
Yeah, Nicholas.
Nicholas Suter. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
then-
helped me.
He likes helping people.
and
He is
gave
a,
me
he's a helper. He's a
Just
helper.
to-
And then on Mondays
He's
I do.
handsome too.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah.
You were
What?
Nikki. You got more libido than anybody I've ever met in my life. You're not even human. You've got so much libido.
For
but
real.
for
I mean,
real, I
Happens
know.
When you're a sexual being, man.
I think
Right.
I think she was deprived in her life so much that when she finally just kind of let loose, it was like like a dam breaking of sexual proclivity.
I
Sounds
was,
like she's
yeah.
deprived right
Yeah.
now, dude.
Fair point.
No, I grew up in like a Pentecostal Christian household, and I was a virgin until I was 18. A virgin by choice.
Yeah.
So
People should say virgin
yeah,
until like
once
33.
it broke, it broke. Yeah.
Yeah,
The first.
I was
The
fine.
first.
Hang on a sec. I'm fine with 18-year-olds doing that, except my daughter.
And more options.
My daughter is going to be 18 in 4 years, and I told her she has two choices. She can become a nun or lesbian. That's it. That's the only choices she gets. That's it.
See, now you're sexist against men, you asshole.
Damn right. I hate you guys. Sue me. Oh wait.
Fair enough.
But no, I mean, I just the thought of my daughter even being married one day just kills me. But anyways, go on, Nikki.
Oh no, I was literally just gonna say that like the first porn I ever watched was like BDSM. It was great.
Weird. Do you
What
want to
a
know
way
my
to be
first
introduced.
porn
Of
experience,
course
Nikki?
it was.
Let me tell you how it used to be, okay? Middle of the
Mhm.
night, a black and white TV that's about 4-inch TV, have a little
Yeah.
tuner. And there was something called UHF back in those days, ultra high frequencies.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Ultra high
Yep.
frequencies.
Yeah, and on UHF channel, they had Select TV and On TV. It mostly was Select, but I think On did for a little while. So it's kind of like Cinemax, but only over the airwaves. And late at night, they would have these very hard R-rated things. And if you tuned the analog tuner just slightly off the carrier frequency, it would unscramble because it would come over scrambled.
Yeah,
and for
for
like
like 2 seconds.
2 seconds, exactly. Thank you. He knows. For like 2
I
seconds,
remember that shit.
you would see booby, and it was like, is that a nipple? Wait, is it? I saw a nipple.
Oh.
To a 15-year-old, this is like manna from heaven. Okay.
That
The
would
best
get
way
you
to
going.
explain it is if you go back and watch like the very first opening scene from the first American Pie, and he's sitting there trying to figure it out while he's got a sock on his dick, and he's just like,
Yeah,
"That's a tit, that's a tit," and then
That's
like,
it.
yeah, there it is.
By the way, Laura, I apologize. This is
That's okay.
it's Rum and
Hey,
Coke
this
night.
is what I showed up for.
This
Man.
went south fast. Like
It always
fast.
Oh, it
evolves.
was
But,
south.
but this is how it was back in the day. You kids today that are, by the way, of age. By the way, 21 to me is now.
Oh yeah, kids. Eh?
No, well,
just rolling around.
I
in
don't
the
think
gutter.
21-year-old, anybody under 21 shouldn't even drink or smoke or do anything. 21 should be the cutoff for
It's
everything, by the way.
Sit in a room and eat saltine
Yeah,
crackers. That's all
18-year-old,
you
you're
get
not an
to do.
adult yet. But anyways,
Yeah.
but 21 and up, the people that watch this stuff, you guys don't know how it is. You guys just turn on a computer. Oh, I got porn. Pfft. You got to work for it back in the day.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
God, you had to have
fun.
a stash and shit.
Playboy. Remember your dad giving you that Playboy and you cut the pictures out and you're like,
Oh my
I
God.
ruined all his good Playboys too. They would have been collector items by now.
I had to steal that shit. Are you kidding me?
Giving away our
My
dirty
brother,
little secrets
Hope
as a
he doesn't
kid.
find out.
My brother would like copy paste pictures onto a Word document and print them off. And
yeah.
one day it
Word.
didn't print off.
We didn't have Word when I was a kid. Are you kidding? We didn't have these types of computer systems. I had a VIC 20. I had a Commodore 64. I had a TI 994A. I wished to work on K-Pro, if you remember them, or Compaq. So,
Oh wow.
yeah.
See, I'm right in that sweet spot where I know what Steve's talking about, but I also know what Nikki's talking about.
Yeah.
Like I had the fucking
You guys are
Playboy that I
millennials. Fuck
stole
off.
from my dad, and then I also had the Word document that I printed out and hid under my bed.
I'm Generation X, so.
I gotta go.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up anyways. Laura, I will be in touch with you. I appreciate this, and like I said, maybe later on this week or next week we'll.
Everybody,
What's that?
it was very good meeting
Thank you.
everybody.
You too.
Message me when you and Laura Lily have a little bit of time where you can actually do a more serious conversation about cyberbullying. Message.
No, it's fine. It's just that it's running late. I got some shit I gotta do.
Yeah, no,
now.
of course. All right.
Yep.
Good night. I'll be in touch with you.
The laundry.
We should do an after show.
This is the after show.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I got like 3 more ciders to work through, man.
That you had there, though, regarding that lady, I for the love of God, I can't remember her name. And I also saw that video. Like, she removed the video from her original channel, but
Katie.
it's still up there in YouTube
Yeah, Katie is her.
somewhere. Yeah, and yeah, she's acting like she was oblivious, and I'm like, really? So yeah, it was.
She was losing views.
I hate this.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, she placated to her audience, and I read the comments on that video before she deleted it, and it was just like, "Oh, Katie, you're so great for being honest and coming forth and admitting that you're wrong," and I'm like, "Holy, Jesus Christ!"
Like, half of them were like, "I have no
Stay
idea what you're
strong."
talking
Right.
about, but you're so nice."
Right?
Stay strong,
Stay
Katie. Don't let the haters get you.
Exactly. It's like, I don't know who this guy
Oh my
Steve is,
God.
but it's so nice of you to listen to him, and you're such a sweet person, and just like the greatest things is sliced bread, and I love you.
Oh.
Oh,
God, I hate that. I hate this like pervasive like victim stuff. It's like, you are not a victim. You need to shut your mouth. Like,
yeah,
you
she's
don't
really
know.
not. I look, and I was going to tell this to Laura, and I'll tell her another time. But look, we're the victims, but a real victim is not going to play the victim. A real victim is going to do a couple different things. They are going to either fight back, or they're going to retreat a little bit. And either way is fine. Yeah. Rachel decided to retreat. She was a victim, Rachel Oates. She took the retreat path, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Other people like myself who have been victim, I'll fight back. She falsely accused me of things. I fight back. It depends on what is best for you. There's no one right answer. The worst thing you can do is play that victim card, like Katie has done and other people have done. I've seen other people in the community that play the victim card. I don't think that serves any purpose, because that gets worn out very quickly. That's just me.
It does for some women. Like, people just don't like
we're getting weird.
People
now.
will not hold others.
Yeah.
Her audience is not holding her accountable.
No, they're not. Well, they don't
She's
know.
like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and then they're like, "Oh, it's okay," and then she keeps making mistakes over and over again. She just keeps making apologies.
But they don't know. That's
how
why.
some people get attention.
Mm-hmm. She loves the attention.
If you if you deep dive through Katie's tweets, one of my favorite ones, even though the context is kind of lost now because the original was deleted, it basically says, "I'm a journalist. I have all the proof here," which is like,
so wrong.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
verbatim. It says, "I'm a journalist. I have all the proof here," and then she says she never called herself a journalist ever.
Yeah, she said. She said. I have a screenshot of her actually saying that.
Way, then.
No, I have a screenshot
Okay.
I can't find it right now, but I have her actually saying, I don't like to be called. I don't call myself a journalist. Yes, you do. She calls herself a journalist. I've seen her do it. See, she can't keep her own shit straight.
What's the term for using yourself as the argument from authority?
Narcissism?
Yeah. That's a fallacy. I've been doing my fallacies.
Argumentum ad selfium. I don't.
Yeah.
Selfium.
Like, listen, motherfucker, I said it, therefore it's true.
Yeah.
Argument from authority.
I am the.
I'm sure the Germans
but I am the authority.
The Germans have a word for it. They got a word for everything.
Yes.
They really do.
Oh yeah.
And it has 20 hyphens.
Yes, it sounds like you're coughing
It's
up
a
phlegm.
40-letter word.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's called appeal to authority, actually.
Well,
Yeah, but what's the modifier for when you're the authority?
when you're the authority? Like I cite my
Anecdotal or
no, I cite myself, but not in that regard. I'll cite my blogs, but I'll tell people, hey, this is just my opinion. I'm not citing myself as an expert. Who popped in here? I saw somebody pop in.
Yeah.
Hi, AR.
Yeah.
hello.
Hello.
Is that me? What?
Yeah. What up?
Hey, I'll be back in a minute.
Anyways, like I said, let's kind of wrap this up a little bit. I said you got contacts. I'm going to be on. A Drunken Peasants has reached out to me again. They want me to come on in October. They're booking for October. I'll be on DP again. Cool. They want Cheshire to come back on as a regular too. So hey, so Chess and I, I'll be on
Yeah.
Drunk Peasants more often, as time permitting. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It seems like their audience really likes you both. So
You know what? I like their audience, and they seem to like us for some reason. So whatever.
I've been waiting for this Rum and Coke to happen again. Like, I've been asking everybody on Twitter, like, when is it? When is it? When is it? When is it? And
Are you on Twitter?
finally it happened.
Are you on Twitter?
Pardon?
Are you on Twitter?
Yeah,
Yes, I
we
am.
posted it last time.
All right, we're going to take a
Remember?
vote here.
Yeah.
Nikki, since I think you're the only member here, do you mind if we add her to the super secret cabal?
Super secret cabal.
It's your choice.
Super.
I guess.
I mean,
guess.
she's a girl, and so
I know I like her, but
you have to prove.
my secret.
What do I have to prove?
No, not you. She has to approve. She's very
What the
jealous.
fuck did I
She's
miss?
very jealous of attractive women
Approve.
around me. She's like possessive, and so to come into the cabal, she has to like approve things. But the cabal.
I'm happy to be a beta. I don't want to be an alpha female at all, so I'm happy being a beta if that's what it
Well, no,
requires.
it's not that. But in the cabal, they always know what's going on. I have all the links to everything. So if you ever want to join like a Rum and Coke, the link's always going to be in that. Right.
Okay.
I'll add you to it.
It's insider. I don't know. There's a
am
lot
I
of
in the
insider
cabal?
information in there too.
I know, but I trust her. It's up to you. You're the only person that can vote right now because everybody else in the cabal is like not around.
I have a very good digestive system, if that's what you're referencing to. So, yeah.
Oh, good touch.
No, it's just where we.
What just happened?
It's a group of people.
just happened?
Super secret, but I'll talk about it. But it's a group of people that just basically we run things past each other to get their opinions, and we talk about things, very private things.
Yeah.
And it's not for public discourse, but it's a way for us to get evaluations from other people on certain things. People's funny is like they say Steve doesn't take people's advice. No, I take people's advice from people I trust.
Yeah.
Big difference.
I keep like insisting something right now, and like they're ignoring me. It's great. Made me really happy today.
I just inflict my opinion on Steve.
Yeah, he does, and I like that too.
Bounce it off.
My finished journey, $5. Steve McRae, in all fairness, like to call myself a journalist is calling yourself a journalist or wait. In all fairness, quote, like to call myself a journalist and calling herself a journalist are two different things.
Yes.
She does call herself a journalist.
Well,
I've seen her do it.
I mean, I like to call myself a porn star, but I'm not a porn star.
Well,
Don't
I
you-
mean, you could.
Well, the only thing,
I'd have to turn
Hey,
on
Nikki.
the camera, but we're good on that right now.
Nikki, with all due
You'd have to-
respect, the only difference between you and a porn star is the presence of a camera. So,
Yeah.
I got a camera in my pocket at all times. All right.
Could you? You could always just turn on the your camera. You could just do that right now for us.
No, I'm good. I'm married. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Come on, do it.
this
I
went
actually
south.
don't have a camera in this setup.
Turn your camera.
He's a married man. Stop it.
He doesn't kill.
I'm
Nick
very
is
sure
married,
Monsters were
too.
married.
Nick is but Nick. There's other things with Nick. So whatever. This was
Doesn't
fun.
mean I can't call him handsome.
No, he's a very good-looking man. That's fine. Whatever. I'm not jealous.
That's a relative term, isn't it? Like, someone's handsome can be someone's ugly, I guess.
Sure.
But yeah.
Well, it's weird though. What's sexist is that you call a woman handsome, but you can't. But it seems like taboo to say a man's pretty, right? Think about that.
I would never call a man pretty. I mean,
Right,
I
but women, you could say she's a very handsome
Pretty,
woman.
Handsome.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I personally love to tell a man, "You're so pretty."
Yeah.
You're pretty.
I would say that at drop of a
It
Thank
just doesn't get a positive response.
Thank you
That-
so much for
Yeah.
that.
do you do that at bars so you can?
I
start
would
fights?
totally dress like a
Well,
girl.
yeah,
It wouldn't bother
like
me
if
in the
they're
least.
hitting on my wife, I'll do that. Yeah. Oh, you're so pretty, sweetie. Come on back to our
I am
place.
very-
Let's see what happens. And
I
they
am
run.
very secure. If somebody wanted to dress me up, in full drag, I would.
Wait,
I wouldn't
what?
give a shit. Yeah, why not? I'd go.
Oh,
I'd go
wow.
drag.
Okay.
Steve, you need to do that for the calendar.
Do I not?
Yeah.
Can I not pull it off?
Do it.
If I don't get at
Okay.
least 1 month of tasteful nudes in the calendar, I will be very angry.
Oh, we still doing the calendar thing? Oh, jeez.
I would prefer Lego models.
Nudes.
Like, did you see Markiplier's tasteful nude calendar?
I don't think I did.
Okay.
Like, he did a ton of pictures, and then
Did see a
they like covered over his meat
Yeah.
stick.
Compromise.
Yeah.
Steve puts a bottle of Johnny Walker Black in front of his junk, but he's wearing nothing.
Why would you give her these ideas?
That's a
Because
good
I
idea.
like poking the bear.
Like stabbing.
Ah, why would you do this to
But
me?
this bear is a pervert.
I thought we
this
were
bear has like
friends.
14 hands.
Thought you
Yeah,
liked-
I know.
14 very
Starting
soft
fires,
hands.
whatever you want to call
I
it.
thought you liked me.
That grope things.
When Steve earlier said Nikki could be on Ask a Philosopher, I got an idea from that. Do you want to know what it was?
Uh-oh. Yes.
The
You could talk
philosopher.
about you could have a discussion about the Greek types of love.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's
The what?
Yes, the Greek types of love.
Greek was really into like
The Greek.
Edamoia
Yeah, it
versions
was
of love
butt
and
stuff.
mana,
dude,
man
butt
love.
stuff.
They got funky.
What do they call it? What is it on the pottery where they have the man and the man descriptions with each other? It's a special term, I think.
Yeah.
But they have it on they have it on the pottery, which is a very erotic thing between two men. But I don't remember the Greek terminology for it.
Yeah.
That is above my pay grade.
There's some kind.
Yeah,
There's a
Greek
chart
was
with
really-
like descriptions.
Greek was really open about like gay relationships, and
Very
so is
open.
Japan. But the reason why olive oil is so popular and is like a staple of Greece is because
Yeah.
of that. Yeah, they would use
yes,
that.
It's
as
for
oil.
cooking. No, it's for cooking.
100%.
Yes.
It's
Cooking.
entirely for cooking, sure.
Cooking.
Well, no, yeah, but they
No,
the
they
the
use
popularity of olive
I
oil
will.
was
I cook with olive oil. Don't do this to me.
Olive oil has an excellent
Nope,
viscosity
it's lube.
for cooking.
It does. It does.
For
Those are
cooking.
really-
And by the way,
Cooking.
viscosity is the ability to
Cooking.
resist flow, or to flow, depending on how you're looking at it. But it has to do with the flow rate. I took thermodynamics, but anyways, and fluid theory. All right, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm just done. But this was fun.
We went off the rails.
Yeah, it got back into more rum and coconut than I'm used to, though. Right? This was actually. So I apologize for the.
I
Well,
wanna
you know,
keep
I don't
going.
apologize.
I got more alcohol.
I'm not going to apologize
Sweet.
because the first part it needed to be
I've
said.
got some more.
Um,
I mean,
But I have to get up in the morning, so I'm going to eat and be done. Caffeine corner tomorrow, Cheshire. Yay!
Steve's leaving,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
will
Very
I'll
actually
stay and
be
drink
awake
if
for
someone wants
that.
to drink with
Yeah, I'm
me.
just going to take it off air. You guys can stick around when you're on the phone call. But anything else from the live chat? Any guys got? I haven't even looked to see if we had people watching. I just look in the live chat, and make sure I got the last super chats in real quick. So we got Unfinished Journey says, "Hi Nikki, my cider buddy."
Hi. I'm drinking Moscato today.
Moscato's good stuff. Rez Instance for 20 Australian says, utilize this. Thank you, Rez. And I already read that one. So I think I got up to date on all the super chats.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweetness.
So, and then I'll go back to live chat. Anything? Let me check here. Nope, that's it. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I want to keep this so people can actually watch it in a limited time. I don't want to run like 2 hours. I'm giving you fair warning now. This was fair use. The use of her video.
Yep.
I had commentary on it. She cannot strike it. Well, she can, but if she does, I'm just going to fight her account on DMCA notification. She has to then take me to court. Good luck with that.
You'll-
But she's not.
You only used like 2.5 minutes of her video, so it doesn't really matter at that point.
Well, but I'm just saying that Katie is one of those people that I don't trust. If she struck,
Sure.
all it's going to do is just make it 10,000 times worse for her because I'll fight that, and she can sue me all she wants. It's fair use, and you guys know it's fair use. So let's see if she does the smart thing and not bother. But
Katie, do the smart thing.
Katie, do the smart thing.
That was fucking brutal.
What is that noise?
Who is-
Brandon,
Oh, good
Oh my
lord.
God.
Oh, God.
Brandon, your mic. I can't mute him. How do I do this? Oh my god. I turned it off. So the outside chat can't hear it, but one sec. Brandon. All right. Oh my god. Sorry, I had to kick him.
Oh,
Wow.
that was
sorry
fucked.
about that.
It's like poetry.
That was bad.
I like static.
I don't know what the hell happened there. I had to kick him. I couldn't. I couldn't mute him. I couldn't do anything else. I'm sorry.
That was pretty brutal.
That was loud.
This is
Oh,
nice. Gandalf
God.
would strike Steve McRae for the use of gray hair.
Yeah. This was a weird, interesting night. This was different. Whatever.
Yeah, I had no idea what the hell to say for like the first 45 minutes because I didn't really know what was going on. I just kind of showed up drunk, showed up to drink, and yeah, here we are.
Yeah, awesome.
I like the impetus like with the topic. That's a good way to start
There's
it.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Who's AR?
Somebody's
This voice
secret.
sounds familiar.
It's your secret admirer.
Oh, good lord! I don't have those.
Yeah, no, we admire you, but we're not secret about it.
You're being too humble.
Steve's your
Yeah.
secret admirer. Now let's see how this plays
I have a
out.
lot of people that I admire. Nikki's one of them. Okay, I admire M. I got a secret crush on Cheshire's sister. Just say that 5 times fast. Which, by the way, I was hoping to keep away from you all because I know how you are. And Rachel's sweet. Do not defile her. If you guys,
Choose your words carefully.
yeah,
bud.
it really did, right? If you guys seen Rachel, which is Cheshire's sister, who was on Red Stream the other night, who I've known for a while. She's a friend of mine on Facebook, who have a small crush on. She knows this. Cheshire knows this. But everybody can see why. But you be nice to her. You can fuck with Cheshire you want. Her sister's off limits.
Choose your words carefully, bud.
Yep.
We're gonna protect her.
Choose your words wisely.
Do you want me? You don't need protecting him. No, wait. Red Eye's like challenge accepted. Red Eye, hey, you go, Red Eye.
Fridoy.
Yeah.
I like the way he says his name.
All right. With that, guys, thanks for watching this. Yeah, it was different. And
Yeah, it was weird.
Satisfactory in some way.
Yeah, it was a good ending. And I'm glad you came in, Em. I'm always glad to see you.
Thank you.
She's sweet, isn't she?
Mhm.
And by the way, the best of luck.
Sure.
Yeah, well,
Sure.
I say that with tongue in cheek because I know you could be like a serpent. I've seen you go after people. I don't want to be on that end of that visceral.
You have? Oh my goodness! Where
Yeah.
did you see that?
Oh my God! You had fucking
mean?
what's his name? Oh my God! Help me
Taylor,
out.
was
Taylor, thank you, Taylor. Yes.
She
Yeah,
looks like
you
she
guys
could
are never
scratch
going to
your
be
eyes right
friends,
out.
right? You guys are never going to
Yeah,
be
I went
friends.
after him. Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I just
Deservedly so. Deservedly so.
Manya, what do you study again? You're in New Zealand or something, right?
I am a graduate, like I'm a postgrad, engineering postgrad. So
Oh, cool.
I've completed masters. Yeah,
Kind of engineering.
yeah. Electrical electronics, but specializing in telecommunications.
Nice.
Or- Yeah.
She's smart.
Yeah.
She's one of those smart girls. Watch this.
Good.
What's 2 squared?
2 square. Hey, come on, man.
I asked this,
No, you would ask.
but the funniest
What's
part
the,
is
like cube root of like 1, 2? That will be better.
wait. I got flat earthers that cannot answer that question. I shit you not. No, what would you want me to ask you?
No, nothing.
No, I wanted to hear what you said. What was a really good question? What's Kirchhoff-Volta's law?
Like what's the cube root of 512? We were in a pub quiz the other day, and that's what the question came up.
Oh.
And everybody's like looking at each other's faces, and I just take this pen and paper and I start working on it.
Do you remember Kirchhoff's voltage law?
Pardon?
Kirchhoff's voltage law.
What about that?
Do you remember what it is?
Yes, I do. But what do you want to know about that?
And she's Googling it. She's
Yeah,
Googling
dick.
it.
She knows it.
She Googles it. Whatever.
Conservation of energy. A little bit. It's just like I'm one of those engineers that have been very good at theory, but I don't work in engineering field anymore. So I will be honest about it. I always have to go back and, refer to books. So
Yeah.
I'm one of those engineers.
Kirchhoff voltage law is simple. It's just the sum of all the voltage drops going into a junction, or the sum of all voltage drops. Well, it's the sum of all the voltage going into a junction is the sum of the voltage drops coming out of the junction.
Say it
Yeah.
3 more times. Really.
Hey, I had a
fast.
ham radio license when I was 13, bitch.
Hey.
Not to her. That was you. Not other. I would never call her
Hey,
that. She's.
I'm
nice. I
looking
like
to
her.
get around it by getting all the formulas that I need tattooed
The left-hand
So-
rule. Oh, the left-hand rule. The left-hand rule is basically if you took your hand, you put it on a wire, the current flow this direction will produce a magnetic field that goes this direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh boy. You're
I had
giving me
BEE too.
nightmares, Steve.
Yeah. I had to take electrical engineering, and I had to take mechanical engineering. I had to take.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I had to take a bunch of shit.
Nope.
Oh, is that wrong? Did I have it backwards? Maybe I had it wrong. Oh no! Wait, you're right. The left. Okay, I had it wrong. The left-hand rule is okay. That's a direction for a motor. That if you have, is it the left-hand rule is the direction of impulse on a motor. If you have current flow going this way, it's going to move that way. Is that the left-hand rule? I always get these two fucking confused.
There's actually a right-hand rule also.
Yeah, I know there's right-hand rule. That's one of them is for
Yeah.
your current flow, give you the direction of the magnetic field. The other one tells you the direction of movement. If you have like a motor, that if you have current going through it, it's going to have an impulse that direction. But I don't remember which one's which because I don't care.
I think so. You're talking about the right-hand one. The magnetic field and the electric current, that's the left-hand one.
Okay, that's the left-hand one. Somebody said I was wrong. I don't know. It's one or the other. You can pick.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You're fine.
So you know what the double hand rule is? Watch this.
What I do? Double hand rule?
M.
Yes.
Look.
Oi! What
Good night.
you doing?
Good night.
Bye. Go to sleep. You need it.
Good night, all.
Bye.
Bye,
Good night,
Love
everybody.
ya.